Hey, happy Monday. How you doing today, Audrey?
I can't complain.
No complaints? It's a Monday.
No complaints.
Are you did you buy your Mega Millions ticket? It's
No, I
tomorrow, but
didn't. No, I didn't.
what? It
I
is like over 1.5 billion. It was 1.55, but by the time it gets there, it'll probably be like 1.8 billion or something. Something
I
crazy.
gamble with TCGs, not government funded monopolies.
Isn't that kind of crazy though when you think about it, that something could be like 1.55 billion dollars. You don't want to just take a little stab at it. I know the percentage is kind of low, but you can always take a
I
little
just
stab at it.
I just assume I'm gonna lose.
Oh, you can't just assume. You get a wish of grandeur when you play the lottery. So I'm excited because once I got on here, like I had to log in to YouTube and everything like that. But I did see this pop up onto my thing. I know I'm not logged in here, but check this out. I can't wait to listen to this one. Rudy's new video: rich
Oh, I was
people
about to
versus poor people. Rich
I was
people
about to
versus.
turn I was about to turn that on earlier, but I wouldn't get it done before we had to start stream.
I wonder if in there it's
Uh,
investing in a Mega Millions ticket, if that's on the menu.
I think Umu is gonna have some interesting responses to that tomorrow.
What, rich people versus poor people?
Yeah.
Uh, I don't even know what it's about. I already have my thoughts without even like saying, like without even watching it. Like my whole thought of rich versus poor and all of that.
I think he usually when he brings that up, he's referring to the way rich people can get money and how they handle money
Well, then, and
instead of him
choices
someone living
too.
from paycheck.
I feel like budgeting is somewhere in there. We'll see what this could possibly be, but use the choices with a dollar sign. And it could be like buying, $50 of lottery tickets or going to the casino or, spending it on cars or anything like, but it could be anything, right? Or it could be protein bars. So if, again, I've showed this before, but I've never actually seen a picture of the protein bar. So there is a Rosalia joint protein bar doohickey where you could get this card right here. But this is the first I actually seen of this protein bar. What do you think? What do you think about protein bars?
I don't eat them myself, but
hmm
we've seen them put Bang Dream cards in chips, so I guess this is a little healthier, maybe.
I I don't know if you could actually make protein bars more appetizing than what I'm seeing. And I'm not saying this is bad. I've seen protein bars, right? And people would be like, that looks like poop or something like that. But a protein bar is a protein bar. It's kind of chewy, not so great. I feel like I should, if I could dip that in milk, maybe, like a cookie, I'm a dunker. I like to, I'm not even a dunker. I let my cookies soak into the milk until it like starts to semi fall apart. I think I'd have to do the same thing with that protein bar, but I mean, anybody that's ever eaten a protein bar in their life, this isn't anything different. Like you've probably seen this before. To people that haven't eaten a protein bar, this is probably like scary to you. But at least you could get this wonderful card in there as you're chewing that down. So hopefully you're all doing great today. Hello Ty, hello Lancer, Weiss King. Congratulations on that slime box. And then no Dizzle, hello, happy Monday. Yeah, it's ew, no. It's made with Aina Iba sweat. I would not want to eat that at all. But I guess
Yeah,
some
because
people
if they
might.
announced that, a lot more people than you would eat that.
I'm not eating that. I don't want anybody's sweat in there. I don't even want my own sweat. Like, yeah. Which I'm dreading, by the way, when I go to Japan because it is dreadfully hot and humid there. I am still, I'm still hanging out in the garage trying to acclimate my body to humidity. So it's been very interesting lately, being trapped in a car and doing my work on my laptop. So uh, it's very hot in there, but I have to training for he won both. What?
Yeah, Zilviri or White Sack King won both of the boxes for slime with the Bushiroad giveaway.
Seriously? Wait,
Yep.
how? One on
Uh,
Twitter and one on
yeah,
what? Hold on, who won? All right,
Place
let's.
that Place that King
Oh, that's
won both.
both your names? Oh,
Yep.
shoot. Oh, you should have said that out loud. I don't know if they. I don't know. I
Everybody,
guess. I mean, you got it. It's
everybody
too late
knows.
now. What's gonna happen
Everybody
now?
knows.
Okay. Well, congratulations. That. By the way, if people have not seen, then Hololive contest for Weiss Schwarz. Again, you just gotta let them know your favorite talent and comment off here to the right on either Facebook or Twitter, or apparently both, where you can actually win both boxes. I did not know that, but hey, whatever. I mean, that's awesome. Did you?
Now, I don't think anybody in our chat should go and get on that. If you've already got on it, you're not gonna win, so delete your name.
Oh
It's time for me to win one. Everybody else in my social group has. It's my turn now.
no, it's
So
it's
you guys just go delete your post and
It's my turn. That's the only way I'm ever getting anything from Bushiroad is by winning one of these contests. Actually, I'm gonna be getting some Shadowverse stickers coming up, so I'm excited for that. Shadowverse Caravan happening. Oh, actually, did I even retweet that thing to get the stickers? I might have to go back and look. I might have to retweet it again if I did not do it to go get some stickers. Who's your favorite, anyways?
mine.
Well, I mean, yours is Iris, right? You would have wrote
Yeah,
Iris. I'm assuming
I
you
was
would have
surprised
wrote
you were
Iris.
asking me. That's why I was surprised you were asking me.
No. Well, I don't know. It could have changed, but maybe someone else got some. I maybe I should have did like some Kiwawa. I went with Kiwawa too, but I didn't put one of these cool little gifts on here, so maybe I lose because I don't put that on there. It's like lagging my computer. There was a tornado watch here. I don't remember the last time there was even a tornado watch in my area. Normally we get like hail, maybe there's like a hurricane that rolls on through. We very rarely get an earthquake, but a tornado was about to hit. I saw this tree outside my house. When you see the tree like almost bending in half, that's when you know something's up. I was washing dishes and I'm like, I just see the tree bending. I'm like, that's not good. And then I hear thunder, see some lightning. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be bad. But it's rolled
Saturday,
away.
Saturday at locals.
Hmm.
We're sitting there. I think it was like round two, and all of a sudden, tornado warnings go off on everybody's phone.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
And
So when you hear that
the
sound
best part of
effect,
it is, you knew you were in the Midwest because nobody stopped their game to go deal with it.
oh,
You're like,
you just don't
oh,
care.
okay, whatever.
Okay.
Finish the game.
Is it like, I will say it this way. Is it like when, for people that, I've worked in an office with a lot of older women, and I don't want to, I'm not stereotyping or anything like that, but that's who I've worked with, and that's the people that I see like would freak out. Like every now and then, every around winter time, there'd be a woman running in that I work with, and she'd be like, "Oh my God, my car's in trouble. A light came on, and I didn't know what to do, and I almost got in the car wreck because they see this light come on, and that's the like deflated tire light that would come on." So, for me, I just see that and I go, "Oh well," but other people freak out. So you're saying you just don't care when you get warnings anymore. Like
Nobody
it's
cares.
unfazed. You're desensitized to that sound effect. No
No,
one.
literally, me and
Okay.
Ty Pruitt were playing round two of our tourney. Gura
Okay.
versus D4DJ, and we just kept playing.
All right. That's one way to do it.
Priorities here, people. Priorities.
Yeah.
Woo.
No, I don't get anything really around here. That's why I love this area because it's just not a lot of what is it? Horrible natural disasters that could happen. So that's where I'm at. I really enjoy not having to worry about all that stuff. I don't know what happened with Twitter or X, but like I think it's something with you can't see their tweets because you can see like on the screen. The latest one is September of 2022. So I feel like I can't
Weird.
use that anymore. Oh no, here's a May 12th. It's even out of date too. I don't know what the heck's going on. Anyways, I'm gonna close that. So, what should we talk about today? Choices. Oh, I really want to see this. Rich people versus poor people. It's probably something about oh, I gotta watch that later. Anyways, Sunshine in the Mirror. I still have not watched that anime. How's it been going on this anime? You still loving it?
It's fun.
Fun?
It's I don't want to put this. It's not exactly world-shattering epic writing. It's
Okay.
kind of
Well, because
the writing itself is really generic, to be honest.
oh,
If it wasn't for the Love Live girls, it'd look like a generic isekai, basically.
okay.
Um,
Well, that
so
fits. Isekai. All right. Well, it just works.
it's kind of sort of isekai, but not. Yohane didn't wake up in another world. She's just always been there. So it's very generic, cute, nice fantasy.
So, without even like why this is up on my screen is because Weiss Schwarz, Japan, anyways, put up more details about this set. So, without knowing anything, we don't know meta or anything like that. Do you think at least the card art is this worth pre-ordering in any sort of way?
The animation in it's pretty good.
Okay.
The character design, they did a good job with the character designs and the world building and stuff like that. So it should be your typical Love Live where it's pretty. The cards are fairly pretty. Um, so if you're into, more pretty cards, it's probably one to pick up.
Okay.
Um,
You like pretty
and,
cards.
and yeah, and like Ty Pruitt just mentioned in chat, it's standalone, so you don't need the previous Sunshine to play it. Thank God. Um, so it could be pretty relevant. Could be relevant. We don't know yet. We haven't seen the cards, any of the text on the cards, but they usually do a good job with the LL set. So I figure this one's going to be okay.
Okay.
Well, they do okay on it on the art and things like that. Sometimes the card text really gets, yeah. But I didn't look at the foil numbers yet. How bad is that?
Um let's see. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I
Okay,
could
well,
read up.
I'm telling you, it's 19 drawn.
Yeah. And the nice
Uh,
part about this is, as you saw right there, 19 newly drawn illustrations. So
right.
it's at least it's not just straight up screenshots, which what people hate. I get that, but you got 19. It's a little bit of an effort there, right? That's
Um,
it. That's all we know about it.
well, if you look up a little bit there, it says 100 normal, 100 types, and parallel. So I
Yeah,
wonder if it's
there's
100 parallel.
no, they just don't have the number yet.
Mm.
Yeah, that's all we know.
And they're basically telling you it's 2 drawings of each of the girls, but Google Translate's having fun with it. So I'm assuming John is Yohane
Yeah, that's why I was like, I didn't want to.
because
The translation is really bad. I was like, John of the Phantom Day,
yeah,
Sunshine.
okay,
I'm like,
Yohane.
okay, John. Okay. I was like, who's John in this?
Diamonds is Dia. Chikayo, Kanen. I don't see Rico, but I'm assuming she's in there. I'd assume Rico would get 2 cards.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, this is a little early, but it gives you something. I like this part.
And it did just say it has first second cards.
Yeah, for a second. So that's all you know, but should be fairly normal release, I think. I don't think
Yep.
anything crazy happening on here. So that was that one. And then on the same day, here you go. More information released. This is a normal. It's not a normal premium booster. Like you see right here, you got 60 normals and then 60 of these parallels, and then only 7 SPs. And they will be foil stamp autograph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I don't know what this is. It says original illustration, so that is that one. I don't. I guess that's okay. Premium
Probably
booster.
probably a Shauna parallel. If it's a premium, will be that card in the back that looks a lot fancier with gold stamping, and sometimes we'll have the SSP gold border treatment.
Yeah. No, that's definitely what that'll be. And then now you just have 7 signatures, which is feel like Love Live? Love Live. I'm gonna go with that. So that's a normal premium booster box. That's all we got for that at this point. Did you remember that there is JoJo coming out this Friday? Too much.
Okay.
I need to
I
set like
didn't
a
realize.
little alarm on all this stuff because I just losing track. 811. We have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So Stardust Crusaders and Stone Ocean. Are people excited for this? No.
I've been seeing some excitement for it. I mean, it is JoJo.
Region lock. Yes, you cannot get this. Well, unless you bought it from Ami Ami. But yes, I've never seen this before. All I know was my niece that's never watched anime, like she watched anime, but her first introduction to anime was this. One of her friends said, "Let's
God.
watch this together," and she said it was too much to handle for her first anime. I don't know what that really all means, but that's
The
all,
show,
that's
the
what she's
the show is over the top stupid.
okay.
I don't think if JoJo would have been the first anime I ever watched, I would have never came back.
She didn't watch a lot of anime after that. She did
Yeah,
not watch. I don't know. That was probably a bad pick by whoever wanted to show her anime, but she hasn't really come back to it. So that's a downer.
I made it through 3 seasons. I don't want to ever do more than that. I'm
Okay.
done.
Wow. Okay. I know it feels like you either, and maybe I'm generalizing this. You either really really love it or don't like it. Or maybe don't like it is a little too harsh, but um,
I
I mean,
thought the best character was in season 3 with the dog that pissed on everything
whoa.
and talked. I mean, that's yeah.
There you go. There's JoJo. Um, yeah, so you'll have all. They'll put up all the card list unless you go on the like someone that's been tracking it this time. That'll be up tomorrow. I'm not gonna do a video on it at all.
I think it'll be popular. I think it'll be popular on places like Whatnot and do pretty well there.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know anything about JoJo, so it's like okay.
It's um I would I think it's bigger than a cult classic, but at the same point I want to call it a cult classic.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes any sense, but
I personally
it's
don't know anybody that like it that's
oh,
watched it.
I know a lot of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, I don't
What,
know
what,
any.
what's its Mal rating?
Let's see. Hold on. 1 second. My anime list.
Christian Arroyo, these cards are a lot better than the first set. It literally has a card where you pay 8 stock, pitch 4 cards, and take another turn.
Oh shoot! Look at the internet. Look at my anime list. They're all over the advertising for Hololive here. There's
Ah,
just they know what I'm looking up. They know I love Weiss Schwarz, so here you go. There's just banner ads for.
I'm proud of Bushiroad for actually advertising their product. Good job, Bushiroad.
I had to think about that. And I'm like, again, did you really see anybody talking about Weiss Schwarz? I mean, Hololive 2? Like in that area. Like when I would type it in on the internet, I don't see, like on YouTube, I don't see like Hololive people talking about it at all. So I might be wrong on that, but I didn't see anything. Which one is this one? Part 3. Oh yeah, this is the one with many parts, right? Popularity 139. Well, it's only 92,000 people. So it must be a lot of people like the people that really like this really like it.
Yeah, that's kind
Because
of where it falls.
92,000 being popularity 139, that seems kind of nuts. Because let me just show you, right? I'm just using Attack on Titan real quick. No, I don't want to use Attack on Titan. Give me something. Kaguya. This one is like popularity 1. No, I don't want that one. Give me something not as popular, but it's still decent. Here you go. 53, 1.6 million. What's another? I'm gonna just use Konosuba, just to show the difference. I don't know where Konosuba is. Damn, 38. Okay, never mind. Konosuba is really popular. Tokyo Revengers. Why can't I find something that's like in the 200 range? Okay, like I mean 111, there's 1 million people. That's all right. So it's just that one with the numbers it has is kind of insane.
Yeah. Everybody,
The people that love it really love it. The people that
exactly.
So, I guess that is
I wanted to compare it to Rocky Horror Picture Show, to be honest.
Sword Art. Where's Sword Art Online on all this?
Number 2.
That would actually be fun to see. Well, no, 145, 1 million.
Well, that's Alicization.
Oh wait, what? Did I not pick the right one? Hold on. Where's number one? But it has number one.
OG. People generally think it's good.
I thought it would have organized it from top to bottom, but it doesn't do that. Popular number 5.
Okay.
Yeah, this would actually be neat.
I guess Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, and
All
Dragon Ball.
right. We're going off of what I was gonna do. So, Full Metal Alchemist. Wait, is this right? This is not right. How do I find this? This is top anime, top airing, all anime, most popular. The heck was I looking at? Oh, here we go. Because Attack on Titan was number 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Death Note number 2. There's definitely a Death Note. Death Note. All right. Anyways, JoJo was like what number? 200 something.
It was.
Oh God, our memory sucks. Hold on. It was like
130.
It was JoJo Part 3. Oh, it was Part 3. I had Stardust Crusaders on. I just want to see what 115. Holy crap, 115.
Yeah, I was gonna say Stardust Crusaders is probably the most popular one, so that would be the fair.
I just want to see what's around it, right? Like, all right, Dragon Ball Z, Tokyo Revengers, Classroom of the Elite. Thank you. What is this? Some basketball one. Dororo. Never watched it. Here you go. You have Attack on Titan. If you Clan ad. This is volleyball, right?
Yeah, that's not bad company.
No, it's in a respectable group. Okay, anyways, so if you look at JoJo, which one was I looking at? Because crap, this one says 1 million. 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. I mean,
you had originally pulled up the manga.
Oh, did I? Crap. Well, that's my bad. All right, I picked up manga. I'm no good on the fly here, so. Ah, crap. I mean, shoot. I was wrong on this. So 1 million. That's pretty good. This thing's gonna do okay if enough people know about it. So there you go, JoJo.
I think it's gonna. Damn. I think it's gonna do really well and whatnot.
I did not know that many people love JoJo. Did not know, but I didn't put any effort into it. So you can tell where my thought process was on all of this. But here's JoJo. It's coming out.
If you like shonen and you like Rocky Horror Picture Show, that's JoJo.
This is gonna be. Did I say this before? This is gonna sound really bad, but I don't know genres of anime. I don't know at all.
Shonen is guys fighting for no reason, for young boys.
Because I just clicked on that,
all the screaming attacks and all that crap.
Yeah, no, I mean, I watch Dragon Ball. I watch that. It's like one of those ones where I think I said before. If you throw anime in front of me, if I was just sitting in a room and you just turn it on, I'll just sit there and watch it. I mean, if it's bad, I'll change it, but I don't think about genres. You know, people are like, I really like these shonen animes. I'm just like, just put it on. I'll try to watch it. I mean, the majority of these that I'm scrolling by, I like. So
technically, Weiss Schwarz is correct. Shonen's a demographic. It shows for young boys, teenage and under. So it technically yes, but here in the West, we do treat it as a genre more or less.
Yeah, I see it as like a genre because as I'm scrolling through these all kind of look the same to me.
Technically, the correct thing to Weiss Schwarz is very much correct. In technicality, it is a demographic. Western adults and young boys.
Oh, if you had to put a gun to my head and be like, what is this? I'd be like, action-oriented anime? That's where I'd be like going, without knowing the meaning, because I see One Punch Man, right? I see Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto, Attack on Titan.
I'm looking at you scroll through, and outside of One Piece, all I see is people fighting for reasons.
Yeah, action. That's on like action. Death Note, I guess. I guess I don't know if that you call that action, but stuff happens, people die, so I'm gonna count that as action in my book. There's a lot
I mean,
going on there.
technically, JoJo could also be a monster battle thing because they make stands and the stands fight each other instead of just punching each other in the face.
Okay, well,
Uh,
JoJo. Yeah, I don't really know that. It's probably I don't know genres or demographics or anything like that. All I know is turn something on. If I like it, I'll keep watching it. That's where I am on um, my anime journey, I would say. So, one thing I wanted to show because I was curious and I'm like a little nerd here, but I don't know if you saw this. This popped up a couple days ago. This is the Bushiroad financials, and normally it's like
no,
written
I
in
didn't see that.
it's normally written in English. I mean, or at least they have like an English translation of it, but they didn't. So then I had to go and try to. I started scanning a bunch of this and reading through it, but basically, this one graphic here is like the only thing you need to really see. When it comes to TCG, when it comes to you can see we got Heaven Burn Red down here. We got Hololive 2. You've got Chikawa down there. So this number right here, third quarter. This is what they call it, third quarter for 2023. As you can see right here, from year over year, third quarter of 2022, 3048. This thing is 4836, pretty humongous. Their explanation about all of this, not explanation, but a little blurb that they have here. There's more elsewhere. They have a video in Japanese on YouTube if you want to do that. The TCG market is expanding significantly as in fiscal year 2022. Our card products also grew significantly, both in Japan and overseas from the same period of the previous year. The translation kind of not so good. Larger card products than the fourth quarter of the previous fiscal year and the first quarter of the current fiscal year. There were few sales, and sales remained at the same level as the second quarter of the current fiscal year. So you can see right here, not really much of a growth happening on here, but we all know it depends on the IP and all that other stuff. So when I thought about that and when I looked at Weiss Schwarz Japan right here, what do you think about the last half of this year of what's yet to come out outside of like Dengeki? I mean, we got JoJo's,
I mean, for me, I'm
Capo.
spending a freaking fortune.
You're gonna spend a lot. King of Fighters. We got Bochi the Rock, Mygo, Alice Gear Aegis, Shana, and then
I've
School
got
Idol.
Israel, and I think my significant other's supposed to pick up Sunshine in the Mirror. If not, I've got to find money for that too. So
Yeah, I look at this last half and I'm like, it's not really for me. There's some I will say there's some really nice stuff, right? Like when I look at the cards for Bang
really,
Dream, I know there was some showing here. King of Fighters looks really nice. Coast Bochi the Rock is there, and then you got this trial deck. I don't really count the trial deck as anything. You got these premium boosters, and anybody that likes Love
I
Live and
also forgot Oshinoko. Yeah, I have 3 sets coming out. But occasionally it's nice when you get breathers.
mhm.
So like I trying to think, what did I buy? I don't think I bought much quarter 1 winter season.
Yeah.
So, that was kind of a breather. Now I got to go throw money around. So,
She's lifted her thing up. She's
and if,
anyways.
and if
Anyway,
it's a if it's a buy for me, it's probably a breather for you, to be
it's a breather
honest.
for me.
So,
100%. That's I looked at this last half and I'm like, I really cannot wait to see when the quarters come out because of like what's happening here
so
versus
I mean, I've had entire years that were breathers. So,
this is definitely a breather for
if I
me.
took a one set the entire year, that was a pretty boring year.
Oh. Yeah, I think it'll. The other part is it balances out, right? Like where if JP for me does not work out, then I got English on this side because English on the side is, again, you still got. Let's see, Hololive, Nazarick. I don't really care about. I don't really care about that. Review Starlight, don't really care about. Azure Lane will be very fun to see what goes on there. Alright, Ferretta, Guilty Gear. I know
Yeah,
people are really excited for those.
I'm done English until January.
It's funny because it's like we reverse. It's
Mhm.
it's that way, right? Yeah, like you said.
Yeah,
You're a
I
breather.
appreciate that.
Full
I
going
need,
for
you
it.
know, I need breathers once in a while because I've gotta recoup money a little bit. I gotta go hunt down 4
Choices,
cuckoo signs.
choices, Audrey, choices, choices. That's what that is. Spy Family is dated. Yeah, I feel it. I I I think I'm getting more and more disliking this whole lag period between JP and English. Something about it because I can wait on it, but now that even if I wait, I don't even want it anymore because it's been out so long in JP. I don't even buy the JP one, but because I know it's coming for English. But by the time it gets here to English, I don't even want it. I don't know if that's like a valid concern or not, but that's what's going on in my head lately. That I see
Oh,
these so early in JP and I don't even want it for English now.
I kind of feel you there because also while you're waiting for it to come out, the excitement dies down. So, like, I'm kinda sitting here going, "Okay, I got Spy X Family in January," but I'm kinda sitting I already agreed to buy it, so I'm going to. I'm not gonna back out of my, playset. It's a buddy of mine, I wouldn't hurt him like that. But I'm also kinda sitting here going, "Ugh." Maybe season 3 will be out by then, and I'll be excited for the show again, but at this point, I'm kinda not.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how everybody else feels, but
So,
that's
it there are certain franchises that I can certainly be excited for and wait the wait if I have to. I mean, I waited for a year for Assault Lily,
mhm.
but Spy X Family was fun, but I didn't really get into any of the characters outside of Bond very much. So it was like I didn't bond with the characters. Haha, pun intended.
Oh,
And
yeah.
to me, that doesn't. If you guys know me in real life, I'm kind of driven by my fanaticism to a fault. And if the fanaticism isn't there, I'm very, very lazy and slow, and I'll get around to it. And I kind of feel like that's where Spy X Family's getting. So it's kind of like, I'll buy it. Okay. Maybe it won't, I haven't even seen it in JP as far as a deck or anything. So I don't know if it's particularly good or not. It's kind of like, okay.
Yeah,
Do I even need a new English deck? Well, if Gura gets banned, I'll need a new English deck by that point. So maybe I'll be excited about it for winter for the start of the Springfest season because of all the shop challenge and stuff I'll need a deck
you
for.
gotta
And
feel the love for it. Yeah, they need to do more dual
yeah,
releases.
I already bought a couple foils out of it. Like I have the You're Kicking Lloyd spy rare already. I
Oh,
bought
that
it
one? I love that one.
online.
Yeah, I like
Yeah, it
that.
was cheap or whatnot. I'm like, I've got to get it.
Yeah,
So it's like, I mean, I wouldn't mind the spy rare with the climax where he's proposing to her.
right.
And like I'll take there was a couple others like little pickups, but like Anya punching the kid, that's an awesome
Yeah,
card.
that one right there.
So it's like I'm kinda,
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels that
you
way,
know,
just a little bit. All right. I've got Hololive Fest stuff to buy coming up. Yeah, and there's just money everywhere. That's
I bought
choices.
Hololive twice too. I went out and singled a deck in Japanese
I'm gonna keep
for
showing this. This is probably what that
for
comes
more
down
than I
to.
paid for my English stuff at this point.
Yikes. Yikes.
Well, thankfully I had it because I've had the proxy in some of my JP stuff into my deck so I can start playtesting it.
I'm gonna come back
So
to Hololive, but I put this on my thumbnail, so I was like, crap, I should probably say something quick. Uh,
we probably do need to talk about that.
Atelier Ryza. I learned how to pronounce that because she finally said the name of her hideout was gonna be that, and then I'm like, oh, that's how you pronounce it. All these years I've been saying it horribly wrong. So yeah, this show is coming out for Build Divide Bright. I can't find it on here. I saw it on Reddit, and then also on the Discord. There was an image of it as well. But so
Yeah, I
Build
can't
Divide is
see
getting
it in
it,
Discord.
huh?
I shared it on our Discord.
Yeah, see, so I can't find it on here, but it's coming out for Build Divide. And then I was like, it's not coming out for Weiss Schwarz. But then I'm like, maybe one day it shows up for Weiss Schwarz. Because like when I think about all the different IPs inside of Build Divide, it's like you almost got like a 50-50 shot at getting it,
Yeah.
right? There's Bochi the Rock, you got Bunny Girl right there. You have Licorice Recoil, so I'm like, you know what?
Boondocking,
I take it back.
SAO.
I take it back. You might have a shot at seeing it. So I think I'm gonna hold out. I'm not gonna buy Build Divide um, to get Ryza there. I'll just
I
wait
mean,
on it.
unless you're absolutely obsessed with those thighs, you can probably wait for
The thick
Weiss.
thighs. Wait, did you watch the show?
No.
They really like showing off the thighs and the shorts and the butt. That's definitely what they like doing. I almost thought this was like outside of them showing those shots. Like this could be like a little kid show. It's got a lot of good messages on what you should do with your life. It's inside of there. The show is okay. I liked it for a while, but then it felt like really kid, like it got that wholesome message, and that's not bad. It's just it's one of those ones where if I'm not wanting to watch anything really, putting this on's not bad. But you can see the popularity on it. I'm just gonna wonder how it's gonna do in Build Divide, since right now it's not looking all that great. Well, Build Divide's JP. I know my anime list is Japan. My anime list is English website, so those two don't correlate together. They don't have to. Like the English market could totally hate it, but as long as the Japanese market likes Ryza, it doesn't matter. So yeah. Ryza is an Audrey girl.
She probably is. She honestly probably
Oh,
is.
she's super cute, a lot of fun. I
That's
mean,
another
it's
that's another reason I'm avoiding it. We're gonna call it we're gonna call it the Ruby lesson.
but yeah, nothing really happens in the show. I mean, she progresses every episode, but yeah, that's what I mean. It's every episode like she grows a little bit. That's what I mean by like it's wholesome. You learn something out of it. As long as they don't zoom in the thighs, you could probably make it into a kids show, and
I
they'd probably
mean,
like it. But
thighs aren't the worst thing for a kid to see, I guess.
when they're panning up,
Oh, okay, never
I mean, you're
mind.
not seeing underwear or anything because you can see how
Oh,
tight those things are. But yeah, I mean, they're really showing it. They're really showing off them thighs. So I was trying to think about like a nice segue there. I was like, speaking of thighs, oh here, my plan. I got to the point where I know I'm totally segueing. You can't see this, Audrey, but so you know, I got what you're saying. I've said this before, and I have my boxes here of like here's like quintessential quintuplets. Yeah, hold on. Quintessential quintuplets. I like having all three of them, but to myself, remember I told you about like making my own kind of like what are those things called? Repacks, where I
uh-huh.
take like open a bunch of these boxes. So basically, the conundrum I've been having lately is when I go to open these, and I've done this on videos too, where I open them and I'm like counting how many things I get. Like I go, okay, I got 5 foils. This box is done. Or you know, like I got double rares. I got whatever amount of foils and all that, and it's just a dead pack. So really, what I wanted to do was open a whole lot of these, just throw them in a pile, and then just every now and then pick one pack out of there and just start opening it. And for the quints, I'm like, couldn't that be like a fun little assortment on there just to have 3 of them? Or have an all girls kind of box going on where I have like Rent a Girlfriend and Sneaker Bunko, or have a, how about a fun one like this one, Rascal? And then you have the Build Divide version here. Wouldn't that be cool? Just for myself. And then
I mean, if you
Hololive.
did it with Quints,
It'd be so cool.
you'd have like 3 hits per box. So you'd have, sure you hit dead packs, of course, but I think it'd be fairly hard to track.
Oh yeah, no, and it just wouldn't be one box. It'd be like a lot of boxes, and I just throw all the packs in a pile. Then it's not like, oh, it's dead now. What did I do to this box? That's like dented in the corner. I don't know what I did to it, but yeah. So now I just have a lot of these, and that's what I get a little sad when I open this, and I'm like, well, the box is dead, but I got like 5 more packs left, so it just goes into a dead pile, and then I don't like that. So, did anybody ever think about doing like I've said it before, but on the Discord, I think, but like a repack of different Weiss Schwarz. Like I thought about it as I was pulling this out, and not to sell or anything, not for me anyways, but um, of like a 2023, all the different releases for 2023, and have them in like just like one big black envelope, and you pull it out and you get to open one of each, or you could seal one of each of. I think it'd be really neat. I don't know if everybody would want like a review Starlight though. Can you imagine that when you open it up and
Hey,
uh,
I bought one pack of Review Starlight in English, so and it was a dud.
yeah, that's bound to happen.
As I walked away, I'm like, I put money in the shop's pocket and help save, lighten their load, heavy bags from because they bought probably a half case, if not a case.
Did you think
So I was
about?
like, oh,
Well,
what?
you're doing your duty, I guess.
Yeah.
Like a 2023 repack would consist of Kaguya, Data Live, Bang Dream, Sword Art, Saikano, Fruit of Grisaya. Like imagine buying like that thing and getting one of each pack. I don't know if I'd want that. I mean, maybe the latter half of the year. That would be pretty cool. I'm just trying to do these things to liven up the opening for myself, because I get a little sad when I think about the dead packs that I have in here. But I really want to open that sneaker bunko. I have a lot of videos to make. That's what I would say. Yeah. Dented box. I have never had a good luck with dented box. Every dented box I had were losers. And then I guess I say to myself, well, at least I got rid of the dented box then. But no, I've never had any luck with that. Do it. Yeah, sneaker bunko. I gotta buy a sneaker. How much is sneaker bunko at this point?
Not real sure.
Let me check on the good old bay.
I can't imagine it's too incredibly stupid because of the reprint.
I know you can't see it right now. Hold on.
Nope.
It's off my screen. Because on eBay, they show your zip code because it automatically assigns it. Thank you, eBay. But here you go. eBay. Let me hit complete sales. Deleted items. Woo! Damn. Seriously, that's
I mean, that honestly doesn't sound that awful to me.
127 for
Yeah.
that case. It's not too bad. 142. 166, 120. Sneaker Bungo is definitely an awesome set. Definitely. No, I'm definitely gonna open it.
Okay, now is Sneaker Bunko a good set, or is it just the lewd carrying it?
I combination. I'm gonna go combination on you, and the reason why I say that is because of this. Hololive 2. I know this is not Sneaker Bunko, but here you go.
It looks like some SRs are holding up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like this one.
Yep.
Like this one. This one. So that's my answer to Sneaker Bunko.
So in other words, yes, it's just a lewd.
Yeah, a combination. I would say there's IPs inside of there that you can write home about, right? Like you got some good IPs inside of there. But then you also got some cards. I don't think I ever made a Sneaker Bunko all the art. Can I even do that? on YouTube. I think I can. I'm pretty sure I can. Maybe I should do one of those. Cause where is my Yute here? There's so many freaking tabs. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's it. This one. How do I find Sneaker Bunko? When did that come out? Oh god. 2019?
Yeah, I'm thinking 19.
2019. Let's test your knowledge. You've been here forever. Yes.
Yeah, that now it's all starting to blur together.
It is all starting to blur together. I missed it. There was Fujimi.
It was before Fujimi.
All right, there. So yeah, 2019, April 5th. Did they show the pictures here? Let's see. Oh, yeah. See, they're not all like crazy loot. I mean, like this Megumin, she did fairly well. I mean, you got stuff like this right here, but you know, you have some stuff like
Well,
that.
I was more referring to the set's popularity.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay. That was a nice little refresher on Sneaker Bunko 2019. Let me just see what the prices are, if they show it, if these are even usable. Oh yeah. Oh, zoom out, zoom out. Dang, they got 8 Megumins. Holy shit. 128,000 yen.
I guess.
I mean, Mio got
not
7 of
useful.
them. There's 7 of them there. And Haruhi, that one's a child deck, but that Haruhi's gone. So, I mean, yeah, there is some loot in the SP slots. I know there's some down here in the SPR slot, and I definitely know there's some triple rares down in here that's got some stuff. So overall, the box is good, just because of all the different stuff. I mean, like when you look at the different slots, right? We got triple rares covered. We got some SBRs. We got some SPs that are worth it. This is just one of those sets that it had a lot going on for it. Uh, you know, and the IPs too. Because I love Konosuba. I like Haruhi. So it's just and then there's other stuff that people like. So I mean, that's what I like out of Sneaker Bunko. It's actually Haruhi and Konosuba. Konosuba, the ones are the ones I really want the most out of Sneaker Bunko. Lychee be crazy. I looked up Lychee. I still like it's got to be what, like the crazy hit cards that do it.
And all the lewd.
Yeah, I mean that's where they are, right? Like because outside of that, it looks pretty normal.
Well, Lychee also nobody knows what the franchises are in it. I don't think when as they buy it, I think they literally just collect it for the lewd cards.
I think I did this before, so I had to like scroll down really fast like this to make sure it's okay. Hold on. Yeah, no, these like if I go down here, just start down with these cards down here. They look like normal anime cards. I know I'm losing half the let me just move over. There we go. I'm losing another part. They look all right. I mean, in some of these slots, there's nothing. There's anime girls, right? And then as I move up here, these don't be anything bad. They're still clothed, so I'm okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, all right. There's nothing. I purposely wouldn't buy this more just because it's I don't know who any of this are, who any of these
Right.
people are, right? Like it is, I mean it looks nice, and I classify that in like Review Starlight to me, where Review Starlight had nice anime art looking stuff in there, but just because I don't know them, I just wouldn't price them high. People play this, right? Do they play it?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Well, because I'm looking at this one.
Literally, I have never seen Lychee cards outside of a rip and ship stream.
Okay. Yeah, I've
Now, maybe
never.
I guess maybe if I went to Collecticon, they would be there, and maybe some LGSs is starting to carry it, but I've never seen it in person outside of Whatnot.
I asked about playability, and I know maybe I'm thinking too in depth here, but we have this one at 7980, and this one down here 1780. Maybe it's the ears that people don't like about these cards, about this card right here compared to this one. But that's where I'm like, do people play this? Because it's the same rarity slot, unless I'm totally missing something on these cards. Now it's 3480. 14. I don't understand the pricing. I looked up how to play before. It was interesting. So people do play. Yeah, I don't get the pricing at all. That one's cute. I like that one. Reminds me of D4DJ in their casino outfits. Yeah, some of these, like, I would expect it to be like higher, and it's not. I don't know. Don't know. It's just the Wild West in Lychee World, unless someone explains it to me. You take prices by playability based on character popularity. I guess I need to know who these people are. That's probably what it is. I just don't know.
It's fringe visual novel games to be most of the time.
Is that what this is? I didn't know what August
Or
3.0
dating
actually
sim.
meant. Like, I could see this stuff, right? This is actual stuff. But
Yeah.
like, I didn't know what August 3.0 actually meant. I thought that was because Build Divide has like their
All
own
the
Build
girls you're
Divide
showing
sets.
look like, I mean, I can't say this for sure, but all of them look like generic girls in a visual novel.
Okay.
And
August
I
is
know
the company.
I know like she was supposed to be visual novels back in the day. I don't know. Obviously, if they have girls in Panzer and Railgun, they've kind of moved away from that. But
Oh, here's some
originally,
railgun
they were visual
cards.
novel games.
There you go. These aren't so bad. Let me zoom in.
Well, the source material also is pretty clean.
Yeah. And these are somewhat very cheap. Let me scroll up. Okay, that's it for Lychee. That's all I need to know. Lychee. Dang, that's expensive. 69,800. Lychee Overture. So maybe one day. I don't need to see their prices. Okay. How about this? Oska. They're getting is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon 4 part 2? I lost track of this anime because it was on like a different one. I don't know. I just couldn't watch it. I need to go back and watch it, but I just lost track. Too much was happening. I think he was trying to save that some girl. Yeah, I forget. She wasn't a vampire. It's like some werewolf. I forget what she was. Someone corrected me on it on a video. A Beaver. I think it was a Beaver. And that's when I lost track of this anime. Just Elf? No, not her. Not Rue. There was like a Beaver one. Maybe like the season before that. Season before that. Yeah, there is she had claws and everything. He found her, but it's coming out. There you go, Oska. I don't know. Oh. There is something else I want to talk about. Sorry, I know I'm skipping everywhere. I have not Big B, Weiss Schwarz. No, I don't want to see my face. No, I don't want to see that. This one. Did you all like this video? I had some fun with it. I definitely like the comments that were associated with this video. If you didn't see them, I think
Yeah, I did.
that's you like it. You like some of these comments? I got one earlier today. I'm not making fun of anybody. I will say, so this is my thing about this video. If you did not watch the entire video, you should probably watch the entire video. So it was like a little experiment that I ran with this this video here. So there was actually another message towards the end. So it's actually interesting to see everybody's thoughts on what was happening with this. So I got one earlier. I didn't get to respond back to it. But actually, I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to show it. But that's my thing with it. So the death of investing in English Weiss Schwarz. I mean, the other part about that video, now that I could just talk to everybody right now, is like, I think the biggest deal with that video was the first half of the year was kind of terrible, right? Like you had Kaguya, Data Live was okay. You had Bang Dream, you had Sword Art Online 10th, which is good on its own merit. With the meta, with some of the cards inside of it. But then you had like Saikano and Fruits of Grisaya, and then you had Review Starlight. I skipped Avatar. Avatar was there, Quince was there, and then you had Review Starlight. So like when you think about like the first half of English, I don't think it was very great. But then you get into the last half of the English side, so we'll see how that one all works out. I hope that investing is over. Honestly, it's a disease. I don't think we'll ever agree on that one, but Weene, yes, that was her name. Weaver, she is a Weaver. The first half of the year had SAO and Hololive. Hololive wasn't there. If you mean Japanese side, yeah, it was, but Hololive was just now for the English side. These print money like nothing else. Yeah, English. JP had that. So, again, I think the nice part, I don't know. We could go back and forth on investing, and I don't think in any case that we're going to agree on it. So, I mean, what do I say? Hololive. Let me just go to Hololive now. We didn't talk about this yet. With Hololive, what price do you feel is healthy for the playset on Hololive?
I think it's going to be. I mean, it really depends on if we're talking today, we're talking next week, next month. I think it's going to go down to 150.
150. Do you feel
Yeah.
that's a healthy number, or is that like awful, just terrible?
Man, that's such a low. That's when it comes to playset pricing and when it comes to a lot of pricing, I worry about the sellers more than I do the player base,
You worry about the sellers
which is
over the.
probably really odd since I'm a player and not really much of a seller. Well, I am a seller, but I don't sell play sets and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And because I feel like the game has to have businesses running the game, buying the game for it to stay played and for it to stay getting it printed. And you can only take a bath on products for so long.
Right, like the first half of the year.
And I think that if we always say buy singles, like the Tolarian professor throws in our face constantly. But Magic singles are kind of one thing. Every shop in America has Magic product generally. Let's say 90%. Weiss is not that case, and you've got to be you got to have financial motivation for these stores to rip these boxes to sell you the singles.
Right.
Thankfully, right now we have a rush of folks who don't play the game who want the foils, and they bust it and they dump their singles for whatever they can get. And that's kind of become our playset market lately. But at the same point, I do worry even with the collectors who are doing this for us, or the whatnot rippers, like Ty Pruitt got his playset for 180 from a whatnot seller.
Yeah.
Who was ripping to get cards to flip for on auction on his streams. So I worry that when this particular seller, if he doesn't do well on his SSP in particular for Hololive 2, and he loses his butt on this case, is he going to buy next time? And that's been my biggest. I've said this concern since me and you first started doing stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
I think I even put it in my big dissertation responses to your comments, to your videos. This has been the biggest scare of mine, and so far, I'm just being a negative Nancy, and nothing horrific has happened yet.
Yep.
But the economy's, things aren't exactly the most happy in the world of the economy and politics and oil gas prices and et cetera, et cetera. So how long can people keep with the negatives? Me, Weiss King, Ty Pruitt, we play the game. So yeah, open a case for singles for our decks to have foils on our decks. We expect to eat the whole loss. We're not in business. Or if I do rip a case and I sell a couple of the signs out of it, I expect a loss because I'm also factoring in that I'm going to play for this with the set for the next 6 months to a year. And I constantly worry about how long the Weiss market can stay afloat with 90% of the cards in a box being dumped, if not more. We might be at like 99% of the cards in a box being dumped. I watched a streamer, I think it was last Tuesday night they were on, or Tuesday or Wednesday night they were on, and literally they considered hits SR and above. So anything that wasn't an SR or above, they didn't even send the buyers, and the buyers were perfectly okay with that.
Oh, that again,
Now,
where they
now
didn't
thank
want their
God
double rares.
they didn't even want their double rares.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Which I'm kind of sitting there going, Gura's worth more than half the double rares in the set, but apparently, maybe she's not now. Now it's Lammy's worth more than half the double rares,
oh yeah,
but Gura might still be worth more than half the double rares in the set at
she's
$5. But
599. Yeah,
I did, and thankfully, I went and messaged the seller going, "Hey, I'll take anything double rare and below. Let's talk." And it turns out they've decided to. This was a dealer I had dealt with in the past, so they're making play sets to sell on Facebook. Which I was like, okay, at least you're doing that.
yeah.
I mean, at that point, they're double winning because they're selling their packs and they're selling the play sets out of the pack. So I mean, I guess if sellers can pull that off, they can make good bucks on their ripping. So I mean, I guess I'm certainly going to buy low. I have a list of cards I've got to pick up on Wednesday that I just want like 12, 16 copies of from Hololive 2. Just for play because I hate swapping cards between decks. So I mean, I'm certainly not gonna offer these sellers more money. So maybe it's hypocritical of me to worry about the prices collapsing when I'm not willing to pay more, but I am still human.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly wouldn't worry about it. Like,
I worry about that.
there's an ecosystem, and sellers can only sell so long as they're making money. I mean, yeah, you can run a business negative for a while, but eventually, if you're not making money, you're going to have to stop it. That's just how it works. You can't just take loans forever, as obviously interest rates have gone up. There's a lot of businesses lately that even one around here that they expanded during the COVID time, and they opened like 4 different places. And now that interest rates have gone up, they can't support their loans anymore, and they're done. They left. So to me, it's like as long as we see sellers still doing this, it seems okay. Somehow they're making it right. Maybe they're making it up with some of these SSPs that are being pulled out there. And I know not every SSP is worth, hundreds of dollars. There's some lower ones, right? But
Yeah.
somehow they're making it work at this point. So like for me, like when I think of play sets, and if I do the math on it, that's where it happens. Like to me, playset prices vary depending on the set, and it has nothing. Partially, it deals with double rares, but in the case of Live, having 16 double rares, it doesn't matter, right? Just because of the sheer amount that's being opened. So for
Right.
me, like a healthy playset price, there's no actual set number. It really just depends on the actual set itself. And we've seen that with some of these more rarer sets, right? Like I feel like I even saw back around Data Live 2, some of those were selling 250 just because no one really had it. I mean, people did have it, but they sold out of it. And then people were looking to actually get a play set of it. So that made sense in that way. So I think the market figures itself out. To me, I would say a healthy market is one where there is enough playable cards for the player base to actually get it without killing themselves on it. Because I know I'm reading these comments here where it's like 300 to 400 was a healthy number. It could have been 450 to 500 if there was no investors and collectors. But just imagine this right here. Like if you wanted to play Weiss Schwarz and you only had so much money, and let's say you had $1,000, and I'm just making that number up, right? You had 1,000, you budgeted out your money, and you said for the year 2023, I have $1,000 to play with. If you think back to if Hololive came out and a playset actually was 450 to Hololive 2 was 400 to $500, like right there would be almost 50% of your budget
Okay.
gone for the
Now,
year. And I'm
I want to point out something to you on that one. Okay.
okay.
I'm probably the wrong person to be saying this to because when I first started playing, play sets were
No, I
$400.
know, but like,
So, and they were not 16 RRs.
yeah,
So, um, I mean, but also, I think I could speak for, I think this may follow a lot of the players in chat, and they can tell me I'm wrong if they want. But I think a lot of Weiss players, though, only buy 3 to 4 sets a year.
okay,
Now that things are getting cheaper, the number's gone up drastically. But back in the day, when you were dropping 300, 400 on playset, you'd buy 3 to 4 playsets a year and you're done.
yeah,
And you would make and
that's that's the
that would get
exact
you
point
about
I'm making. Isn't
that
this
would
a
get you 1,200.
isn't being able to afford more play sets and playing more variety of different IPs the whole goal? To to be like, okay, so back then you might have played 3 or 4, which is I guess okay, but nowadays you could play like 6, 7, 8. How is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing for players and buyers at all. I worry about the sellers.
Cares about the
I don't
sellers.
want
Cares
I
about
don't
the sellers.
I don't wanna go back to $400 playsets, thank you.
So, but
I don't
how?
wanna have to plan for months to do a $400 playset and budget it. I'm doing better financially now than I was then, but still,
I
you
say
know
who cares about the sellers, because as a seller, anybody that's ever owned a business, or helped run a business, you might not have owned it but helped run it. You see the numbers that go with it. And in order to actually stay a profitable business and survive, you adjusted based on the conditions, right? So during COVID, what did companies do, right? They increased prices, maybe gave you a little bit less, but no matter what, they figured it out. So to me, it's like if play sets are lower, they're gonna have to adjust somewhere else, and I think they will to be able to survive. I when I say I don't, who cares about sellers? Obviously, I care about sellers in that way, but to me, a successful business person will figure it out on how to do it. Right? There's people in this chat that sell stuff, and they still manage to keep their business afloat, or they just get out of Wise because it's not profitable.
right,
But they
and that last option is pretty scary. None of us want that last option.
Yeah, but how do you as a player force that condition that they don't drop out?
I can't.
Exactly.
That's not something I can do. I
There
can hope that market conditions aren't horrible for them. I
I
can buy
mean,
from
you
people to
could
support them,
yeah, you could
but
pay
yeah, I
more if you really wanted to. If you feel bad, you could give them more money, but it'll work itself out. If it becomes the day where people consolidate, right? Like 5 businesses now become 3 businesses, it'll still be there, but it'll be more of like a monopoly in a way. And unfortunately, that's how it goes. I mean, that's for me right now. This is healthy where it's growing. It's really expanding that player base that's always been the problem, right? More players mean more of these playsets can actually go be sold and generate more of these SPs, SRs, triple rares, and all that stuff. Everything grows from it. Players, collectors, investors. That's why you need to keep this up. If this number on this Bushiroad graph actually went down, then this would be something really horrible. That's why I keep watching these things. Every
I'm gonna
time
say
I keep
we don't
watching
want that.
this.
We certainly don't want that number going down.
Yeah, no, it's still okay. And people are figuring out how to sell this. That's why this number is still staying the way it
I mean, to
is.
be honest, I think if we could go back to consistently 250 for a playset, I think it's a good compromise between sellers and buyers. I think a seller buying from a distributor can make up if they could do 500 on a normal 10 RR playset for two playsets. I think they could find the $400 in the bling. Now, if they choose to sell the bling or not, that's on them. But I think they could find $400 in value in the bling, even on a bad day. So, but I mean, if they find ways to make it work at 150 to 100, okay. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess that works. I guess that works.
Yeah, it's gonna have to. I mean, that's just the whole market, right? I mean, there's other things than opening this stuff. You could sell the boxes itself. I mean, you don't have to, as a seller, you have your choice. I mean, not everybody that sells play sets are sellers, right? There's
Yeah,
just random
well,
people that opened enough of these
well,
that they can make a play set.
well, I would say if you're opening more than one case, you're probably doing it to sell. But I mean, I know they're opening them for themselves, but they're also selling. Yeah, like my playset came from a person in the chat. I think he's still here, and he opened it because he opened it for the product. But hey, take Audrey's money and get some of my money back.
Right.
You know,
And those people I
Type
don't see
Fritz
as
Type Fritz came from someone who definitely wanted to make their money back because they flat out said in the stream they don't know who any of the Hololive characters are and they don't care about 'em.
well, yeah, and that's fine. That person is straight selling everything, right? There's other people that are really opening it and just selling the cards because they don't need the extra cards. They don't need the base rarity cards or whatever they're looking for. So not
Oh, this
everybody out there is
Type Pruitt's seller literally was ripping for bling to put on whatnot. That's entirely why he did it, and the auction is bling off,
yeah, so straight
which is
selling.
fine. Which is fine.
Yeah.
That's definitely
There's
nothing wrong
definitely
with that at
there's
all.
definitely been people that have wrote in my comments before
Like,
that have opened an entire case and kept everything and sold off the play sets because they don't want that, right? Like it's there. So you don't have to. Not everybody selling play sets or people that are selling it to like profit off a tire case. Some people are just getting rid of it. So you see that happening. My point with all that is you see that happening. So
right.
the
It,
play
it's like
sets, they don't need max value for the playset. They're just trying to get rid of the cards because
right.
they wanted to
And
keep the
that's
collector
and
cards.
that's and my seller definitely was doing that. So
Yeah,
I'm certainly not arguing with that.
yeah.
I
So
but I worry about the folks who do this as, a second job or a second income.
yeah, but then it's like,
Because we all enjoy the flood of cards on the market not making $400 play sets happen. And to be honest, it's the people like the person who sold Ty Pruitt his playset who opened 4 cases, I think, just to sell bling and whatnot. I think it was 4 cases. I think I could be wrong on that. Um, I think it was 4 cases. That's more than most people will rip. So I definitely want to keep him fat and happy and around so he's ripping and selling Type Roach, good playset prices. Mm,
I'm thinking about this in my
right,
mind, but
no problem.
there's a lot to say about that, right? Like, because again, if you wanted to support those local those businesses, then it's like, I guess you just need it. It reminded me of back in the day when, not back in the day, but remember during COVID times where people were like, screw the scalpers and that, and don't buy from those people. And then ultimately, in the end, you have people buying from said people. So they worry about other sellers, but at the same time, like you said, you do the human thing and go for the one that's the lower amount.
Right. Now, a
So
scalper isn't going to be the lowest person. The scalper is going to try to extort you because they're the only one who has it.
it doesn't have to be a scalper. My point is, like in this case, it's just random person that's trying to sell it. So I mean, you'd have to have people go enough people say, "I'm not gonna buy from that person, and I'm gonna be, buying from business A, business B instead." But that's never really realistic.
I think one thing that went on during COVID, maybe this is where you're going. So I'm when COVID happened, there was a big fear of people who had LGS who played at LGSs. They were worried their LGSs would go under because they couldn't have customers in the store to play. They couldn't do any of that stuff. Yet they still had to pay rent on these big stores with their floor space for gaming groups. So during COVID, it did become very popular. Support your LGS, support your LGS, support your LGS, which is something
Yep.
I also do myself. Now, I think everybody's kind of loosened up on that because the super danger isn't as much there anymore. You didn't have your shop going, I'm not going to survive if we don't have people in the store in 2 months. That's where a lot of that was coming from. Now that the LGSs are open again and they're getting people and people are playing at the store, people are buying from the store, and it's normal day-to-day operations, that has toned down significantly.
Alright. So well, I go back to, like, you were worried about the sellers then. You're worried about the sellers, but, like, I know I hear people say that the healthy market is 300 to 400 or 250, 300, 400. Then it's like, then why wouldn't everybody just go and buy the $300 playset or hand over $50 extra to whoever you're buying the playset from?
Nobody on any planet in the world in the galaxy is going to hand over extra money when they're not asked to.
Oh, no, I know that. I
You're,
know
you're,
that.
you're,
But then
you're,
no, but then I hear where like the market's bad, investors are like doing a disservice to this. They're going to destroy the game. Meanwhile, you're buying play sets from not you, but people buying play sets from said people and not supporting the people that to get that healthy market is where you should get the money. It's weird, right? It's like contradictory. For me, and when it comes to everything in my life, I need consistency. When I see something that uh, does not make sense to me, like when someone says something and does something different, or I see something not jiving together, it really bothers me. And I don't know how to, maybe I don't know how to say it correctly, but I see that where it's like collector investor bad, but we got these really cheap play sets and this is awesome. And but instead of buying from like the higher price places, which you can, right? There's places that have pre-orders right now for play sets at $250, but then people will wait for the one that's at 150. And I get why, because you'd rather pay $100 less. But then why concern yourself with like the death of like these sellers, these, I don't even know what you want to call them. Uh, Whatever would make a healthy market sellers, and you're buying from the people that aren't the healthy market sellers, right? It's just odd to me. And
well,
then you
let
would
me
say
try.
bad things about them. You say bad things about them, but you still buy from them.
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
I've said any. Okay.
I didn't say you,
Okay.
right? I
That's,
said it wasn't you, but it happens.
I don't know
Okay.
about that. I've got to take a minute to put together my thought here. Um, right now, if I wanted to buy from a brick and mortar store
Hmm.
a Weiss playset, I would have one option.
All right.
That is Nova TCJ. Hammer Girl Anime does not sell playsets. Most of the people on TCG Player are all online sellers only. When the when the market went down and the playsets went down to the under under 300 in particular.
Okay.
Most of the companies stopped doing the playset because they couldn't make a lot of money off of it. It was not profitable. Bounty XP is an example that I'll give. Um, because he had to charge I think it was like 350, 400 to make a profit on it, enough to cover his overhead, a decent enough profit for his building and things like that. So in theory, we could say the damage is already done. Because when playsets were 400, I could go to Bounty XP. I could go to Card Academy. I could go to JKTCG, I think did them if I remember correctly. There was other options where now we just if for JP, my only option is Nova TCJ.
Right.
So the damage may already be done. So the worry is okay, yeah, if a seller's gonna panic, like Sat King is mentioning in chat, that they need to get their money back because they need to buy the next sets, they're dropping those play sets to 150 and getting them out the door. Which I do think's kind of happening. I don't think
Right. Yes, that's
I think you still the Titanic could have its hole in it from the iceberg and the boat's going down. You might as well ride the boat down so you're not in the Atlantic Ocean for an extra hour. If things are going bad and things are going south and prices are getting cheaper and damage is being done, as I just said, with the amount of options we have to buy from a physical store playset, you almost might as well just ride the ship down under the water. And not just jump in, and not hurt yourself financially by jumping into the Atlantic early and having to be in there an extra half an hour while you wait for the rescue boat.
so
And hopefully you're not on the door and get pushed in the water by a girl who thinks she needs a whole freaking two-person door raft.
so is it are you saying like we just said Nova and Strictly, so instead of buying from Nova and Strictly at the set price, that seems like a healthier price, just are you saying buy from the cheaper place? If it's gonna go all down, you might as well get it from the cheaper place.
With the way things are going and the economy being what it is and gas prices getting back up to $4 a gallon, I certainly cannot stand on a pedestal and, try to preach and, be frankly a hypocrite. That'd be very hypocritical of me because I can't, I've got to take advantage of the deals that I can get.
Oh, no, I'm definitely fine with that.
I'm extremely grateful to the seller who sold me my playset for
Yeah.
Hololive 2.
No, I'm fine with that, but it's like,
Because
but then
but it's to the point.
is it
But I
right
can also,
then?
while I'm riding the ship down and go, oh crap, it's sinking. I mean, I'm allowed to do that, I think.
No, you're allowed to do whatever. Like you're going down, but is it really right to blame the investor then for all of this happening?
I don't blame anybody in particular. I did initially, you're right. And I do think there is a case. There is a case. The Weiss market was pretty stable pre 2020. And when it got hit by a lot of extra people that had different motivations than the normal Weiss market, all this stuff started happening after that. And I'm not going to blame. I'm going to name him. I'm going to name him because I know how he feels, and I don't think he'll care. White Sad King is very resentful of that, and I can't. I think if you go and troll people and attack them and do horrible things to them, you're in the wrong. But if you want to be a little angry because some of the stuff's going on, I can't totally blame him there because I get it. But at this point, we're 3 years past that. What's done is done. We have to look at the new reality. The new reality is that Weiss is probably 75% bought by people who will never turn a card side. Weiss will be a market where you rip the boxes for the bling and you immediately throw everything else on TCG Player and dump it for whatever you can get out of it. which at that point the players are getting great deals. That's 2023 Weiss. Whether I like it, whether like Sat King likes it, whether Bounty XP likes it, or any of you see the shop owners on Globe when they get mad over things and talk about how the markets make them not want to carry Weiss because it's just not affordable or profitable. But things have changed already. So I don't think, being resentful about it probably isn't much good. It's not going to do anybody any good. We got to make what we can work.
Man, I really,
And to do that, you support, the people you want to see do well. You support while taking care of yourself too. You put your own oxygen mask before you put it on somebody else. So you buy the play sets. I bought a lot more Weiss because of the cheaper play sets. I would have never bought Quince if it wasn't for the cheap play sets and how I got set one. I probably would not have bought Hololive without the cheap play sets. I would have just continued to just play English as screwing around. So that has opened up things, and I have expanded my purchasing because normally I still only buy 2 to 3 Japanese sets a year. So I am expanding and buying more, and I'm supporting, sellers, and in this case with Hololive 2, I'm supporting a collector who wants to go, buy a bunch of Hololive and get himself some awesome bling. Good for him. I have to, I feel like there's some adapting that needs to be done. And if we can maintain the status quo where collectors are ripping boxes and getting what they think is enough value out of a case to where they feel comfortable dumping the RRs been below for pennies on the dollar compared to what they were in 2020, it's a win for everybody. I just hope that status quo can be kept because it is pretty nice.
I think it can. I mean, there's nothing here that shows me that it can't. Because again, right, like I go back to what JKTCG said on, I know his name, I'm just not going to say his name.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
I think that's appropriate.
no, I know. So on YouTube, I don't know if it's still on there. He has a channel, but he did his interview about the shutting down of JKTCG, where he did a Q&A and all that. And again, we know like what happened here, right? Like what happened was, inverse. More collectors came in, or you could even say investors, but people came, like you said, people came in here to get really shiny, nice cards. And what happened was it flipped around where the base rarity card is not as much worth it, where collector cards went up. So the case value always had that relationship, right? Base cards versus foily
Right.
cards.
It was a lot more balanced though. Pre-2020, it was a lot more balanced. Half your case value came from selling your play sets, the other half came from the bling. Now I think we're looking at 50 to 75% bling and 25% base
Right.
set.
So
Base
like
rate.
it's still balanced. It's just like when I say balance, the value, the case price still has value because it's just more now in the shiny end of it. So like
Right.
you're still able, like if a seller opens a case, not like every case will net you positive because it all depends on what kind of signature card or fancy foily
Right.
card you get out of there. But
2020, you'd break out about even. You might lose 100, you might go over 100, you might go over more, but you generally didn't completely lose your ass. Where, okay, right now, let's go Hololive 1. You crack a case of Hololive 1, your SPs on average are like $50. And if you hit a bad SSP, you are up the creek. I hope you really like the girls you hit
yeah,
because you're
and
going to be crying over your financial status on
I would hope that people realize that before they order a case and all that. But um, in that way, it doesn't change the player side of it, where
it.
you're going to get a play set from that person.
No, but I do, and again, I think Hololive 1 and Quint are like the two that most, if that scenario keeps happening again and again, where the SPs are even down to under 100 each consistently. That's where I think, okay, I'm going to start worrying about the collectors at that point, or the sellers. Why open a case to sell it if you're only going to get $500 out of it? Who's 500? Kaguya actually did fairly well. I think Kaguya, the playset stayed pretty high. You got 2 playsets out of it. I think they were selling for like 300. If I might be wrong on that, but I think it was like 300. So that was just a matter of again finding the 400 or less. Probably 300 to break even, but and it also could be me being a massive worrywart. I will admit that.
Worrywart.
I am a
I
chronic
I'm gonna go with
anxiety
that.
attack. I will
So
admit it.
there's a reason why I brought the screen up here. I know we're talking about Weiss Schwarz, but this is Pokemon, right? Like
Yeah,
the thing that always bothered me when I heard about Weiss Schwarz is plussing on a case or something like that, because anybody that's opened up, let's say something like Pokemon, I don't know for the most part if people really come out ahead on it. Like
they
when I
don't. Unless
yes,
you hit that super ultra rare premium Charizard printed in pure 24 karat gold, you're probably taking a loss.
no, and that's what I mean. So like, why worry about people opening
Because
Weiss,
Weiss Schwarz is not Pokemon. And
right?
if we look over at our friends in Northwest Seattle and we see Wizards of the Coast, our good buddies there, and those Magic the Gathering products,
Uh-huh.
they're like destroying LGSs because of how bad they're going.
Yeah, yeah. But my
Um,
point is, it's
and
like I don't
I, I,
know.
I Pokemon people accept the losses, I think, because oh my
Right.
god, it's Pokemon. Pokemon FOMO. Where Magic the Gathering, we're watching the opposite, where people are getting really mad and resentful because they're losing their butts on everything. And I don't trust Bushiroad and Weiss Schwarz and its popularity enough to be Pokemon and not be Magic the Gathering. How about that? I think that it kind of explains it.
No, my thing with that is, it's like I don't know why Weiss you have to break even or make money, where all the other games most people expect that you might not. That's probably not a possibility. Like, uh,
Because Pokemon's bought on a totally different level. Stores can just put out boxes of Pokemon and on a conveyor belt and they'll just go right out the door. The LGSs do fine because Pokemon has that inherent markup. And you don't see Pokemon boxes dropping to 50% of value. Now, I mean, if you're just talking about, me and you ripping boxes, I support my hobby through my hits. I definitely do that. I would really like a nice hit to be able to afford some cuckoo signs. That's how I got my deck finished last time.
okay.
Yanitsky SSB got me a lot of my cuckoo waifu deck. And I immediately flipped the money right into that. So yeah, I want to be able to, if I'm going to crack some packs, I'd love to be able to hit a big hit, move it, pay for my new cuckoo stuff I'm going to need out of SIF too, which might be really expensive because that level 3 finisher is really good. I don't want it to be 300 a piece, but I can see the scenario where it is.
Yeah, that see, I don't know. I'm like, I go from the standpoint of like, why care again if like somebody's case
You're
doesn't get plus? Because it's like we're so used to it from all these other games that it's like it's like thinking, in my mind, it's like thinking I'm gonna walk into a casino and every time leaving with extra money. It's a gotcha. Like the whole idea is like you're gonna get some cards in a box and they're going to be good or bad, and you might not make your money back, but that's what you're doing when you rip that open. Like, it's not supposed to always plush you. You're not supposed to always go up in praise. It's just
you're not supposed to, but you can't. If you're running it as a business, you can't sustain losses for an extended amount of time. You can eat it here and there. You can definitely eat it here and there, but you can't take the hits. You can't take the abuse too long.
no, you can't, but that's why
Well,
you don't open it, right? You open it, you just sell the sealed then, or you do a rip and ship, or you do something else, but
right,
you don't eat the cost.
which goes back to my comment at the very, very start of this discussion. We always say buy singles, but if people don't rip, we don't have singles, so we need it to be worth them ripping. I mean, I definitely see where you're coming from. Okay, if I rip a box, I usually don't expect to get my money back in a box,
Yeah.
in a single box. In a case I kind of hope to be honest, because I just forked out $1,000 bucks, which for me is a lot. You know, for me that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I think it might be. I'm brainstorming. Okay, this is one of those ones where I'm gonna throw out ideas. All right.
Okay.
So don't hold me to this, anybody. I'm just throwing out ideas. Pre-2020, Weiss always had the culture that Bushiroad made the case is worth it because you sold your 2 playsets, you got your bling, you generally broke even, give or take. This could be very well a case. You come from Pokemon. I haven't done Pokemon since 2001. I haven't touched Pokemon cards after 2001. So, well, I mean, I have a couple cards, but still. So there is a very big cultural difference. I think, again, I'm speculating. Please don't shoot me, guys. Don't hold me to this stuff later. Pokemon has a nostalgia similar to what I have for my waifus. I opened Superstar boxes way more than fiscally was smart. Because I was always looking for Superstar bling, and if I hit, and I didn't hit. It was pretty bad. Actually, my Superstar box rips were awful for the most part, and I lost my butt. Oh well. I walked away going, well, at least I hit a couple of the RRs I need for decks, so I don't have to swap them. So I'm kind of, maybe this is, again, we come into this every week. This could be yet another cultural thing. Old Weiss players are used to X. Pokemon players are used to X. Pokemon players offset, this situation by going, hey, at least I got Pikachu and Charizard and all those things that I had plushes of when I was a kid. Where I would say the same thing for random Cuckoo RRs that I need for decks. So, maybe that's where we're going here. Maybe that's kind of the big difference. Another cultural adjustment, because we are taking 2 very distinctive cultures, and we've been jamming them together for 3 years and we're still sorting it out. You and I's discussions are constantly us trying to sort things out. You're my good buddy, but I'm on the North Pole and you're down on the South Pole. It's August, so it's winter time for you down there, and it's summertime for me. And we just got to, we're still flushing it out, because we did have 8 years of Weiss Schwarz being in a bubble, in a very, very small niche bubble. It was like a pod city in the middle of Antarctica on the TCG scheme of things. Or a settlement on the island of Greenland. So, I mean, maybe, I'll flat out say that, maybe my concerns are not concerns that are legitimately there. And I'm basing them on to use a fancy modern word, bias of pre-2020. That's very possible, and I'll give you that.
I always think about these things, and then I'm like, I did a video already on it. Like, I think a lot of it is just this right here. Dealing with change and the inability to adapt. It's funny, like, I have these videos, so I've done them all already. But, like, every time I hear something like this, I think it just goes back to change and not being able to change with it. Sellers will be able to adjust.
I will say things are better than when you made that video that you've got pulled up. Things
Mhm.
are a lot better. I mean, the grading thing is now just laugh emojis instead of people having to get banned for comments. And even the laugh emojis, honestly, have flamed out for the most part. That's one area I'd see that's better. I mean, right now you have a YouTube channel that, or a live chat going on with
People. Yeah.
5 to 6 players.
Mhm.
You're the biggest collector investor guy, and yet your YouTube channel right now is on a live, and I think I've seen like I would say 5 to 6 players in your chat. Think positively here, Big B. Things are coming along. Just got to give it time.
Oh, I am positive. This is 2 years ago. This is 2 years ago. I just don't think I'm like, people adapt. People, like, even the most hardcore people will eventually get it. It's
There are some people that I have seen just finally shut up over things that I thought never would. So, I mean,
Change is a bitch. I mean, like even at work, it's you know, like anytime you get a new program, anything like that.
Oh,
This is what I well, this is what I see here, right?
work is
Like
the worst. I think
because
it's the worst kind of change.
we've heard, you know, like I've heard like if you listen to these lives, anybody, and you hear like this is how Bushiroad has done it, and it's like they've been changing too. They've been trying to adapt to the change in conditions as they see, so that they can make more of this money over here to the right. I
Oh,
think partially it is the same in that same way that, you know, stuff has moved around people, but you're still holding on to a little bit of like what you know from the past.
yeah.
And
Well,
it's
that's Rui tells you all of that, tells you that in every one of his financial videos. He always tells you, you know, that humanity follows trends, that their brains are wired for trends. And I have, you know, myself, for example, I have 12 freaking years of trends to go off of. If you want to
yeah.
talk about 2012 Weiss, I'm there. I could probably kind of hold a discussion about things before 2012 reasonably. So, just from what I picked up, because I enjoy history, even the history of card games that I play. So, you know, the trend, you got to follow trends now. Things are very drastic. We're in a whole new world. I mean, and you know, but the trends are still kind of there, and you still can kind of follow them.
You can, but yeah, it's they're gonna change. We have to
I
change.
mean, if I get asked, okay, let me think of a good example here. Okay,
I did a crap load
is
of videos.
is
Holy
sword
crap.
is sword art online gonna have stamps or signs? Well, we know historically Aniplex usually does stamps. So, you know, pre anime 10th, we would tell people it had, you know, probably have stamps. We had that trend. Now Bushiroad's bucked it, so I'm gonna go, I don't know. How the answer now is I don't know. This is what happened beforehand. I can't promise it now.
Yeah, that's where it should be, right? Like people will change to adapt. So sellers, I really wouldn't worry about them. Collectors, you know, they'll figure out if they want to buy the singles, they want to buy the case, they want to enjoy that experience because right, they're used to it. Like if they didn't start out from Wise and they started out in Pokemon, they started out Magic the Gathering or any other crazy ones. Like you're used to not making money. Like that's not the norm,
Like,
right? Like where you're just like, ah, shoot, I'm gonna make crap loads of money on these cards.
not imagine opening Pokemon. I just look at it and I just, you know, I watched a Pokerev video before you called me, because sometimes I just watch and laugh, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I hit this card, and it's bing, it's only $1,"
Mhm.
and I'm going, "What the flying fuck?" Okay, it's a full art trainer card. It's $1.
Right. Was that
Yeah.
card for him? I don't know. I don't really watch him at all. I think I've seen like 3 of his videos and that was it.
Yeah, I see it on Whatnot streams too when they rip Pokemon. Yeah, you got this hit. It's like, how much is it? It's $1. What?
I will I will tell you right away, like one of the if I could go back here. Where's my sneaker bunko?
I did have a
But
lighter topic, by the way, to bring up later. By the way,
let's see if we have time. I'm almost done. Like the one card I want from Sneaker Bunko. Literally, I'm gonna open you know, Sneaker Bunko just for this card. This is the card I want. This is a rare. It is 120 yen, and I could get it from anybody at this point. But I rather open that $125 box of Sneaker Bunko just to pull it myself.
well,
Right?
generally you get every rare in a box.
I didn't when
So
I opened it. I didn't when I opened it. I didn't get it myself, so no, I
okay.
didn't. So you know, and I got more Sneaker Bunko, but my point is there's some times where you know, as a collector, you just want to get it yourself. There's people that play Counter Strike, right? They play Counter Strike. If you know anything about Counter Strike, they got skins for their weapons, and you could go out there and buy the single for that skin for a lot cheaper. But you know what? Some people do. They buy that gotcha case, and they buy the key that goes with that gotcha case, and they open it nonstop. until they hopefully pull that skin for themselves.
There,
And the reason why is because you just want to. Like
there,
I don't know
there is
why
something
he was
there is
excited for
something
that one
rewarding.
dollar card, but you know what I mean? It's like there's just some times where you want that card and you want to get it yourself. There's no better feeling than pulling that your card yourself, even though it makes no economical sense whatsoever, right? We have choices that we can make. I lost that Rudy thing now. We have choices that we can make, and sometimes that choice is, you know what? I'm gonna just do it because it feels good. It just feels really freaking good to do, and I'm gonna do it. So there's your choices.
Fair. Now let me throw something back at you. I'm gonna volleyball. I'm probably a softball for you. Okay.
Sayu.
For a lot of people, that isn't in the budget.
What?
Buying boxes until you rip something.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. But it's everybody's got choices to make, right? Whether you want to buy a playset or you want to open a case, get the fancy card, sell the fancy card, keep the playset for yourself, right? It's you can
Yeah,
go. There's no right answer to this.
there's not. There's certainly not. I'll give you that one.
Yeah. There isn't. It's just whatever makes us feel all good and happy. CS:GO skins. I that was amazing because I played CS:GO forever and I didn't sell any of my cases. So, you know, like I got some drops from the actual like tournaments there were. I have some just from playing the games, and then I looked up just recently. It was like 2 weeks ago, and I looked up like some of these case prices. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Because I just didn't do anything with them, right? I'm not buying a key. I just always left them there because it was just cool to have all these different cases sitting in my inventory. And I'm like, oh, good lord, these things are expensive now. Because I remember back in my day when like some cases were like a couple cents, you know, 50 cents, 70 cents, $1, something like that. But, you know, it's just some of these are pretty expensive now. Yeah, I want to feel alive, damn it. Like that's all I wanted. I've been, you know, again, I'm an old man and this is birthday month, so I've been thinking a lot about just like living and stuff like that. So, um it's going to be interesting. By the way, I don't know if next week is going to be the last live or 2 weeks from now is going to be the last one. Cuz like I said, it's birthday month and I'm going to be missing towards the end of the month, and my wife will definitely wants to do something for birthday wise. So I don't know. Like that, the 21st through the 25th is like my last full week here, and I'm not sure if I have to do stuff. So next week might actually be my last live.
Then we
I
need
think.
to work on. Then we need to work on that giveaway.
Yeah, you definitely need to figure out what you want to do. 'Cause,
Told you what I want to do. I already told you what I wanted to
no,
do.
you have to say who's eligible, like what they have to do, like how you're gonna like you have to go more. Because when you do something like a giveaway on YouTube, it has to be solid or you're gonna get in trouble for it. Or in this case, it would be me that gets in trouble for it. So you really have to write like in words what you want to do, who's eligible, what they can win, and all that. So I mean,
Well, I've got that for you right now. I was just waiting for you to tell me to announce it.
no, you have to write it and then I have to see it and then I can say it. Like I can't. I need to actually have all of that. I don't get in trouble. So yeah, you just have to give me all of it.
Hmm. Also,
Choices.
the other thing I wanted to ask Chat: did anybody watch Bang Dream My Go besides me?
No. Nope. Why is it good?
No, it's
Okay.
not.
I watched one episode. I will say I watched one and I'm like, no. No. It's not a go. It's definitely not a go.
At this point, I'm going to finish it out.
Where's my go? It just keeps
Just
going. My go.
I'm going to finish it
Some
out.
people,
Just
oh
to
God.
say that I watched it all. I didn't think it could. I didn't think Bang Dream could get much worse after season 3 and the OVA from Orphanica. But literally, I think we're watching like idle version of PTSD, the anime,
E.T.
post traumatic stress disorder.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like all these
From
girls'
what?
lives are absolutely destroyed because
Oh,
they
you
did.
mean literally every one of, okay.
Yes, literally every character in the show but one's lives are ruined because their band broke up. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh.
Oh, they all come from different bands?
No, they all come from like one
What?
band, and this random pink-haired gal comes back and tries to start a band and ends up falling in the middle of this big PTSD story with a bunch of incels. These are like girl versions of incels with PTSD, and it's been like, oh my gosh. I'm not good with that kind of stuff. I kind of want to slap them all around and say, get over it.
Huh.
What happened is
Oh,
not that big of a deal. It really is not.
okay. Well, I guess I'm
They're,
good. I'm
they're
good.
treating
Okay.
they're treating it worse than a high school breakup.
Okay.
It's like, good God.
Well,
Oh, so I've been kind of suffering through that. Um, I actually enjoyed Wake Up Girls and Roshinoko. I enjoyed both of those. I was okay with them because I felt they had points where were very realistic looks at the idol industry and its dark side. But Bang Dream by Go is literally just we don't know how to cope because we're incels and our band broke up. I mean, it's just oh my gosh.
so you're saying Rent a Girlfriend 3 is better? Yeah, Rent a Girlfriend 3 is pretty good.
I think I'd rather you know how
It's
I
so
feel about
good.
Rental Girlfriend. I think I'd rather watch Rental Girlfriend.
Rent a Girlfriend's so good. Minnie. Minnie's the best. This girl right here, I say it every week, but this girl right here, simply awesome. I just love her. Yeah, Rent a Girlfriend. Nothing bad with that. People keep coming back. They keep saying it's trash, but you know what? They keep coming and writing it's trash. Like so, they keep returning.
Well, I mean, I'm totally down for a good trash anime.
Well, then here, watch the vending machine one. I still point to this one. I'm like, oh, I love this vending machine.
I I mean, I'll watch something stupid if it keeps me entertained. But man, oh man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that. I'm not gonna watch My Go. I'm just yeah. Okay, I'm done.
So so to carry this back around to the channel, I wanted to give a heads up. I don't know anybody who's like the My Go anime yet. So with that being said, don't think it's going to do very well in Japan, or I don't think it's going to do very well in Weiss.
It's just a trial deck. A trial deck will do as good as it can get, or as it can. Jujutsu Kaisen really good. I've been loving this. Yeah, I can't wait for Shield Hero 3. Zom 100 was on a break this week. Horror Mia I couldn't watch. Um, it's like a flashback or something. Goblin Slayer 2. Can't wait for that one. Bleach has been awesome. Masumi Kun is pretty good. I haven't seen My Happy Marriage. Happy Marriage? I haven't seen that.
Lancer Links,
This one's
if
alright.
you wanna watch My Go, go for it. I mean, that's certainly, never gonna tell somebody not to watch well, I can recommend not to watch a show, but I can't tell you not to watch the show.
Bleach so good. Bleach so good.
Oh, that's not even funny, Lancer Links. That is not even funny.
I was
But we also don't even know if it's gonna be well, I guess Kasumi and Saya and a couple others have and Mocha and yeah, I guess it will be Neo Standard with Bang Dream because they're girls aren't in
Kila.
it.
My Happy Marriage is actually good. Oh shoot. If we're talking about cultured, what do you mean cultured anime? Is that like when people say culture, it could be like in quotes, but I think you mean it's actually good culture. Oh, by the way, when we were talking just now, I was like, I would really love to know how Strictly Broken is doing. Like, I think I need like a UA video. I know he doesn't do videos, but I would love UA. This is my request, Keela. Tell him. UA just to do a video about like how the market on his side has been going. Because I don't know if you heard the talk with me and Audrey earlier about play sets and stores and all that stuff, but I think it'd be nice to see one of those from my perspective. Not my perspective, from a store owner's perspective.
Yep, yeah, that's certain. I would definitely
I would
find that
totally love to see that. UA, where are you, man? So, anyways, not cultured. It's actually good. Oh shoot, I gotta watch that then. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah, I've been watching. I watched a lot of anime. Like this, the girl I like forgot her glasses. This show is ridiculous. Like somehow this girl just keeps forgetting her glasses. I can't. I don't know. Somehow I keep watching it. Bungo Stray Dogs. Liar, liar. I watched Reign of the Seven Cell Blades this morning. Caught up, but I was like 2 episodes behind, but I finally got to
Oh,
watch that.
comment on your thing about the girl who keeps forgetting her glasses.
Uh huh.
I do think we're entering an era of anime where girls who can't function in society are like hyped.
No, it's just annoying. I'm like, how do you keep forgetting your glasses? Every episode is just like, I don't know. She forgets her glasses every episode, but it happens enough that um, now you're just doing it on purpose. Like I don't know how many excuses you can come up with for getting your glasses, but it happens. They're trying to make it a reality, and I haven't
Lance,
seen. Uh,
Lance, to answer your question, I have her in a 8-bar build for English. That I'm kind of working on with set 2. I have her a splat. I have green splashed in my Japanese Caligura, and I saw a list with her with Iris in Kanata as one of like the tech level 3s, and I'll probably put her in there because that deck looked really cool. But my LGS Bushiroad sent my LGS like 10 packs of Vanguard promos and no irises.
that sounds about right. These promos.
Oh,
I don't even.
that's really good to hear, Killua. That's actually really good for them.
Yep. No, and that's what I figure. A lot of it has to be just people that constantly just come back and buy, and that's what you like to hear, right? Because we talked about that last week, where it's like reputation and it is being there, knowing that you can actually get product from someone instead of just like guessing or hoping that someone will actually have it, um, is a whole lot different. Some people are willing to pay for that. Uh,
Lancer, I'll buy. I can't buy. I won't buy a playset from your store, but I'll buy a playset of them from you. Just message me on Discord.
nice.
I need a playset of them. Thanks,
Nice.
Bushiroad. I'm throwing out more money on irises that my store should have gotten.
Wait, so
In
did you get your packs on time then with the tournament assist packs or whatever? Did they come on time for Hololive? I know for a while, right? Like things weren't lining up. People weren't getting promo
my shop's still really new, so things are still really falling in place. So we haven't gotten any of the tournament support cards.
Oh, great. Okay.
All we get is the monthly tournament stuff.
All right. So it's still I honestly can't believe it's been a year and still it's over a year at this point and it's still like a work in progress. I don't know what's happening.
Well, I don't know. A lot of times the tournament assist promos are tied to buying. You actually have to buy the product.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but if you buy from distributors that Bushiroad doesn't work with, for example, then you don't get them.
Yeah,
Even
you
if
don't
you
get them.
yeah, I'm pretty sure my LGF buys a case of every new set,
Yeah,
which I kind of feel bad because that means they have a case of review right now. But we should my LGS is doing their part to they should be getting them, but no.
but they don't get them on time.
Well, no, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen.
Okay, that's
Yeah, this LGS has never gotten them. Some other LGSs I've been involved with have never gotten them. Like I know of one LGS that has gotten them ever.
okay. Well,
So,
that's never good.
and
It's
that's no, never mind. I can't. I'm not going to say that live.
I know it's a nice try, but at the same time, unless you can deliver it, it really doesn't do anything. That's why I
Yeah.
honestly don't try to look at tournament PR assist packs anymore, because it's just like I feel like I'm never gonna get them. They never get them on time, and I've never sent them after the fact if they ever do get them. So I'm just like, all right, whatever.
I'll never get the Karumiza mode. I gave up
So
hope.
yeah, no, all gone.
But
So
what was I thinking? Oh, Lancer Links, definitely. Let me know when you grab them. I could use them ASAP. But it is annoying that I'm sitting here having to talk to Lancer Links to buy a monthly shop promo.
yeah, the Quince one has been selling pretty steady. Like let's see, Quince movie, this thing, no.
Are you talking about the one with all 5 girls?
You got it.
Yeah, that card's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. It's been selling really well. So if anybody's ever wondering, look at this thing. Someone bought 8 of them, 7 of them, 4 of them. So they are for sale for like $6. Is it $6? Roughly, yeah, $6.
Now, something to throw out. Now that it's starting to happen, there is a possibility, since we do collecting and finance. This is actually pretty applicable with the Bushiroad. If a lot of you guys probably do know, but for those of you who don't, Bushiroad just implemented a app for your phone or mobile device that runs tournaments and events. So LGS is now sign up, and everything goes through the app. So literally, instead of getting pairings on like a TV or something, our phones buzzed last week. It was the first time we had used it at our LGS. With that being said and done, that's going to allow Bushiroad to track attendance numbers and what stores are actually running events. I have heard, and I can't 100% source this because this was just conversation. I have heard from somebody who would be in the know that Bushiroad is going to use that information to cut stores out of the tournament program. So if you go on Bushiroad stores right now, there are lots of stores that haven't ran a Weiss tournament in 5 years.
Yep.
Or never have. With this new software, that's going to...
Does it work yet?
I'm going to say probably. I'm going to say probably. I don't want to say definitely, because this was a kind of casual conversation.
Yeah, but does it work yet? Is it still buggy?
It's still a little buggy, but it worked overall. I've used it twice now. Once at my LGS, and I traveled to another LGS just to actually travel there just to see how Bushy Navi worked before I had to start dealing with it. So with that said and done, the tournament promos may be spiking in price as they stop getting distributed. And the days of TCG player having them easy to grab for everybody might be coming to a close within the next year. And I'm going to say might, maybe, and possibly. But I also wouldn't bet money against it. So that's something possibly to watch, as the monthly promos continue to come out and things like that. And the tournament assist promos and stuff like those. Tournament assist promos might actually get ridiculously rare.
It takes forever for change. You probably got at least 6 months. You probably got at least another 6 months.
I said 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
I said 6 months to a year.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like I think if earliest it's gonna be like 6 months.
Right.
That's how any company goes. They always promise it's gonna be fast or whatever, but I
wasn't promised anything on this one. I was just told.
No, I know. I'm saying like it's the corporate world.
Right.
It's just corporate world's always slow. I've been sitting in the corporate world forever, and I know people are always like, "We got to do this fast," and then months go by, and I'm like, "I thought you wanted this fast," and they're like, "This is the fastest we can go." Months,
right?
Months and months later, it's just it's one of those ones where it's just like it's laughable when you hear it. It's like you could get it out faster. Just you're not working hard enough to get it out there. That's all it is. So I hear this stuff and I'm like, yeah, well, we'll see in 6 months. We'll see in 6 months. But
so, for folks who are looking for this,
but look at this thing, $170.
For folks who are,
Uh,
folks who are looking for tournament promos for their collecting, just for collectibles, you guys might want to start making some friends with some players.
there you go.
Be nice to us. We'll probably sell the promos
Is this
because literally we
card,
don't use 90% of them.
is this worth 170 bucks?
Well, considering how many people got screwed out of getting them, I'd say so.
No, but is it worth it? Like, would you buy it for 170? I mean,
I
like
would
for me, I
I
wouldn't
would
buy it.
spend I was gonna say I wouldn't spend $5 on Kurumi, so you're asking the wrong person. Will I turn around if God opened the sky and a miracle happened and mine actually got to me? I'd probably sell it for 150, and I think that would be fair. Actually, if it came in a good condition, that might be my thing for the grading project for this channel.
125 is the highest one.
Okay. Well, I'd go with that. After holding it and yelling my precious, oh my god, I actually got it for a couple days.
Yeah. Because there is a non-stamped version of it. I mean, like when you, at least
Voice acting, I just said God would have to open the sky for us to get it. So
there you go. You just get that one. This $3.73 version.
Yep. And we have plenty of those because they gave them out that was
Yeah.
the card you got for playing in the shop challenge and showing up. And they didn't have shipping problems with that one. However, the 1/1, from what I was told, basically there was a communication error. So they thought stores were supposed to get 3 to 4 of them, and they were only printed enough for stores to get one.
Yep.
So a lot of stores got screwed. Now, me and White Sack King have some extracurricular circumstances that are going to make them even harder to get, but a lot of stores got screwed on these.
Yeah, so about this card, is just the gold part, the stamp, the foil part, or is like
Yeah,
there's other
no,
foiling on here?
it'll just be the stamp.
Seriously?
Yep.
The hell? I definitely want to pay $170 for that. What?
Well, okay.
No,
I mean, that brings up a whole interesting discussion because all the tournament promos that are done the same way.
I wouldn't
The
pay. I wouldn't pay that price for any one of them.
No, you wouldn't,
Yeah, I
but
wouldn't. No, I know I wouldn't.
well, I can tell you firsthand, you find people that do.
Oh yeah, no. There's definitely people that would do. I'm just saying, in
See,
my mind, I'm
I
like, I
keep
wouldn't.
play sets from moving those.
No, I'm like, if
So,
to me, I'm like, the rest of this should be foiled. Like, I don't get why not. Like, why wouldn't you?
because Bushiroad? Could we make that an answer? I think that works.
Okay. It's all
I mean,
right.
a couple weeks ago, I sold a BCS 2016 or 17 Joker. TCG player had it for like $75. And you got it from showing, I think it was a Spring Fest one. So you got it for showing up to Spring Fest. I mean, I was shocked when I uncovered the market on these gold stamp promo cards.
Yeah, like,
I don't, to be honest, I don't own a single one now.
yeah, I don't ever.
Every one I could find, I own here.
I said before, I'm never gonna
Thank you
buy.
guys, thank you guys.
I'm purposely never gonna buy one. That's why I didn't know what it looked like because I didn't play in it. If I never played in it, I'm never gonna buy it because to me, these cards, like, and I know other people are like, "You're crazy," but these cards to me, it's like if I didn't play it, I didn't earn it. I'm not gonna buy it. Like
That's
it's like
honestly
buying
my
it's like buying a Super Bowl ring. It's like buying a Super Bowl ring. That's why I'll never buy the. I saw on the auction group there was that top 8 Quince playmat on there, and I'm
Mhm.
like, that'd be cool, but I didn't play it. I didn't earn it. I'm not gonna buy it. I don't. I don't want to have something that. I don't want to buy a trophy or something that said I participated in something that I didn't. It just
That's
seems
how
weird that way, but I don't.
that's how I feel, but everybody does their thing,
Oh
and
yeah, everybody do whatever. I mean, it's just
no,
I don't know what it looked like because I'm never gonna hold one of those.
uh, top 8
Stuck.
playmat, this gold stamp promos. Oh, I lied. I do have one. I kept my Chica. I kept my Chica from the Spring Fest. So I lied. I own one.
Yeah.
I just remembered I do have Chica. But I think there's also that some people have the feeling that they'll never. Well, I mean, they don't even play, so they'll obviously never own one. And if they could throw money at me to get it, they get it.
Oh yeah, no, they could do that. I
It
just
works for me.
personally, it's not gonna work for me.
Right.
I don't know. I think that's what's always uh, not bothered me about it, but it's like I think the coolest part about these are you get like these trophy type cards and all that. I would, if I played, even though I don't like the character on it, right? Like I would just take that frame and be like, I earned this thing. I don't think I
Oh,
would ever sell these things.
in Weiss, if you've done well enough to earn one of the special promos, a lot of times you have a certificate, and other times you have medals.
Yeah.
So I have all of my certificates, and I have 2 medals. I don't need the cards. And Weiss Hat King, actually, I sold all of my turn-in receipts. Somebody bought them because they thought they were cool.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
I
no, people
sold,
don't see them as trophy
I sold
cards.
like 2 Asunas and 2 No Game No Life ones to a
I
collector.
think I would frame all
20,
that. I would frame the
2021.
certificate, I'd frame the card inside of it, like have some kind
Um,
of special thing. I think
across
that'd be
for
cool.
me, across for me in my computer office room, I have my first certificate framed. I have my 2 medals hanging up beside it, and I have my 2 I've had 3 buy cards, but Bushiroad confiscated one of them. And I have 2 of those they're actually sitting on the windowsill beside all the stuff. And then the rest of my certificates are in a file tucked away. But my OG 2014 one's framed and on the wall.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, I don't know. Yeah. Nice cards. Yeah, people see them
It
as best version of a card. I can see that.
really is
And it's
because
and it's nice money too. So it's like since you don't get money, you could sell it, make some money. I
right.
totally get it.
Yeah, Brandon, that's pretty much spot on because they're only giving away even the generic Beast Spring Festival like my Chica, there were 210 players at my Spring Fest in Chicago. Multiply that times what, 10? So there's only like 2,000 copies of the most common card they gave out that day. Okay. That makes it pretty rare.
I was thinking in my mind, I'm like, if people were to come over and be like, yo, check this out, look at this thing. I got this certificate. Check out this card I got for winning. Or whatever.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah,
imagine selling it.
I can't even do that because then Ty Project go, yeah, so what? I got them too.
Oh
And
no.
Weiss Hat King would go, oh well, I got them too.
No,
And then you
I'd show this
Ty King
to
would go, oh well, I got them too.
I'd show
Actually,
this
I
to
got
my
better than the ones that you did.
oh yeah, but you'd share that. I'm telling like I'd show that to my brother. I'd show it to my niece. My niece would be like, "Damn," that's what she would say.
My brother's response was, about time you did something with these cards.
Yeah, there you go. Here it is. Here it is. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, again, I don't have the opportunity to play with the schedule that I have. I just if you can't tell, I have a deep respect for the people that do play and actually, put a lot of love, time, money into this. That and winning and all that. So that's why, like, maybe I'm not right thinking that. Um, Maybe I come at a different angle that if you win this, that you would just keep these things because it's something that
If
is
I
like a
didn't get
memory.
the certificates, I probably would have held on to them. But with having the certificates, I was okay with letting them go. So that kind of, because they were, think of it as, you win a barbecue competition, okay? Since you judge those, and I've seen them on TV. All
Mm.
right, the winner walks out with this trophy that's probably the size of me, and a cash check. Well, the certificate and my medals and my buy cards are the trophy that I have elected to keep, but I'm not going to keep the cash. I'm going to spend the cash, and in this case, I didn't keep the quote unquote cash that my cards turned into, and I just went and spent the cash.
I,
When
I don't know.
you know, what's that?
I don't know. That's a good comparison because I just think of cash is cash.
Well, I mean, I'm doing cash with extra steps. It's I guess the person who wins the big check has to go put it in the bank or, cash it at the bank. I have to go cash it on, Weiss Auctions or Weiss Global. I mean,
Yeah, see, yeah, that's probably the difference. When I see this card, if I were to win a card, right? Like let's say I became amazing and I got that Benny Maru card. I don't see him as like a Benjamin Franklin. Like he didn't magically turn into a dollar bill. Benny Maru is a Benny Maru. He's part of the trophy. Like I
Gotcha,
equate that this card as part of like the trophy and the certificate and all that. That's how I see these things.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what
I'm
I
just
mean.
saying, look, if I got the Benny Maru this year, I would look at that and go, "That's a cuckoo sign." That's what that would turn into real fast.
Yeah.
It might actually, knowing that I'm probably in the same hotel room and car as White Sat King, I might not even have to. I might even just hand him. Might get my cash for my cuckoo card as I'm walking out the event. Uh,
Yeah, that works out.
oh, well, he might. If I beat him in the way, that it might take a little longer in the car ride for the deal to get done. But because you got to let the salt subside for the first hour or two afterwards.
Yeah. Uh, I think that is it for me. It is
It's my
late.
point. I do not owe you dinner because Tang never paid for our dinner.
Oh.
We have a running gag that if you win a big card like that, you're supposed to treat for dinner, and
Well,
nobody's ever done it. It's just a running gag.
well, hopefully at the end of all this, Bushiroad gives you a free protein bar. That's what they should do. They should give you some protein
Oh,
bar.
actually, one of the events they did Pocky. The bag had a
Mhm.
thing of Pocky in it.
You can have Roselia cards and a protein bar that'll fuel your
Oh,
tournament win.
actually, that would be pretty awesome for a tournament because you really could use a protein bar on the way
Yeah.
through the day.
So you should get. Yeah, that
I
would be
mean, that
great.
that's actually pretty awesome.
Protein bars don't die either, so you can have them.
The
They
best
taste.
thing, and I can tell you this firsthand because I kind of had a protein bar. One of my friends was going to his first Chicago event, first what big Weiss event, and he works at Quaker Oats, and he actually is one of the quality control folks.
Mhm.
So he literally brought this massive bag of granola bars for everybody throughout to get through the Chicago day. So the granola bars work. So I'm pretty sure the protein bar would work.
Nice. Yeah, and I mean, it'll work. It'll be an interesting kind of prize, actually.
Hi, Pro, you're saying I owe you dinner if I win, but if you win, you ain't doing crap. That's not how this works, buddy.
Uh,
Uh
so here, just to show you, when I
yeah.
went to the festival, this is the guy I was with,
Uh-huh.
and I was running these boxes. So this is the competition. Um,
That's
that's just ribs, but this is what I had to walk. He had some nice stuff. Like that was him taking that picture. It was really blurry,
was
but
was the competition only for wings?
oh no, it was brisket, pork,
Uh-huh.
ribs, and chicken. So this is day two.
Now the question is, did he get docked for not putting shredded chicken or other pieces of chicken besides
No,
the
no,
rib
nothing
stick?
like that.
Okay. Well,
No,
I've
no,
seen old barbecue pitmasters. Well, you should have shown your expertise of cooking chicken by providing
no,
shredded and other types of chicken.
no, no, definitely not. Yeah, see, these are nice. So that's what I did that one weekend. You could tell day one when we were all messed up and drunk. Like this is what it looked like on day one. But then on day two, it looked like that. It was day two. Day two, we focused. We were serious that day. So we
I don't know,
tried. We tried a little bit harder. Look at that.
the
That's so
bigger
nice.
chunks of meat, the bigger chunks of meat,
Mm.
it's less likely that you dodged bad cuts on on your meat. And I kind of agree with that dude from Georgia who does barbecue pitmasters. You got to be proud of your meat.
Yeah.
So you
That
fill the box.
that's what I did. I had to make those parsley boxes. I had to like tear each of these parsley from it, and the girl didn't like mine and threw mine out. But It's a pain in the ass. I don't know if you know how much effort it takes to rip parsley off the little stems and shove it into this pot. It's a lot of parsley.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm sure.
yeah, that was it. That was okay. Well,
On the Pitmaster show, they chop it off. The big chop knife.
yeah, you should really just do lettuce. It was insane that the girl had parsley. It's a lot of effort, but
That's
if
what she saw on TV, probably.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So that's nice. That's it. I'm out. I'm tired. I don't care about plating. I only care about flavor. Yeah, but as a judge, you have to grade by appearance, taste, and tenderness. So appearance is part of the battle here. So I had to run with this thing. This is the box that I had to run with. So I don't know how it turned out when they opened it, as I had to run across a freaking field. But yeah, I ran with this box. That's what it looked like before I ran with it. I didn't open it up after I got done running. That one looked nice. So, anyways, I know you said you wanted to talk about something else, but it's really late, so you have to
Yeah,
save that for
I,
next
I did.
time.
I brought it up. It was my go.
Oh, it was my go? Okay, great.
And
Then
you wanted
that's
more anime discussion, so I was like, well, I'm gonna rip on my go on the stream.
yeah.
Because then I'm like, well, wait a minute, it's coming out as a Weiss set, so maybe we should care if the show sucks.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't use parsley, but that's what the girl had. I would just use lettuce. But
And just to point it out, it's got to be a pretty bad music anime if I'm bashing it.
oh yeah, it definitely got to be bad. But like I said, I think next week is the last live that we're gonna do. So if you want to think of what you want to do, Audrey, for that, yeah, you just really got to write it up. Like literally write it up. I could make the little survey thing, but I need all of it, like who it applies to, and all that good stuff. Okay,
Alrighty.
but
Well, I
yeah,
mean, if we are you doing a video this week?
yeah. I think I
When
should
are you, when are
should
you
be.
doing a video this week?
Huh?
When are you doing a video this week?
I don't know. Just whenever. Just whenever. I don't
Well,
know with my work schedule.
I could probably get everything to you tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
And we could put it at the end of one of your, or in the middle, so you have to watch the whole video of one of your videos, and then we can do the giveaway on the stream.
Okay. Just get it over to. Does this actually say good luck to you on it? Oh, it does. That's pretty cool. I never noticed that.
That's a happy message compared to others that
Good
we've had
luck.
on these
Good luck to
cards.
you. Not like the heaven burned red
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. So
You said Julia. I agree. That actually was the best moment in the show. I actually agree.
yes, we went from
And
cards to food.
I think that part of the problem with the show is the fact that that was the best 20 seconds of the show. I really did I really did try to like Anna and Chan, but her her attitude and why her motivations and all just really rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh, I've been told that by somebody too. So don't worry. I hear that a lot. But yeah, that happens. Who cares about people? I've
Lisa
been.
Julia, the show could get really good if they bring in the current Lisa and the current Rosalia members from the mobile game. That could make the show really fun really fast.
So
Mm, if you don't know Big B, they've aged Rosalia to college girls, and they as soon as they did that, they threw a switch, and Rosalia has been acting more like mermaid,
uh,
and their card art looks very much like mermaid.
huh.
Like Lisa's butt was hanging out of a skirt while she's bent over a car, and on her last card.
It was bound to happen. It was
So I was like,
definitely bound to
okay,
happen.
I don't know what happened between Lisa, for 1 year to the next, and all of a sudden she turned into mermaid. But
She's living
okay,
life to the fullest.
the the
So
fans the fans appreciate it, I'm sure.
yeah, I mean, and that I don't want to say that makes sense, but we all we all do things differently than what we saw as a kids, right? Like everybody turns out differently than.
Well, I
Uh,
mean, Lisa was always a gal, and so she was always into fashion and looking good
yeah,
and all that. but her fashion was always modest. It didn't look like she was modeling for, a race car magazine.
Yeah, that happens with most. Like, I could say that about my niece in a non-weird way, right? Like she went from wearing modest clothes to now I picked her up last week and she has crop top and like super short shorts on. I'm like, what the hell? But I mean, she likes it, so that's just what she's
Yeah.
going with.
Well,
It's
I
just
mean, I'm just waiting for Bang Dream season 4, where Rosalia, goes to the hot tub and does modeling shoots at the beach, and you don't see them in actual clothing for 4 episodes like we had with Mermaid. If you remember
yeah.
season 2 of D4DJ, the first 4 episodes, we never saw Mermaid in clothing, in like regular clothing they could be outside in.
Yeah, they're at the pool on the one.
Well, they're always well, also remember where they're sitting around in towels? Well, they did that twice. They did it once in a changing room and they did it once in a spa.
Yes.
It's like, okay. I mean, I appreciated the artistic of what they did this with Sayo's last card. Sayo looked really good. I'm a Sayo fan over Lisa, but it's just a very drastic change from the normally conservative goth girls of Rosalia to that. It was quite change. Little shocking.
Yeah.
The Lisa fans were very happy though. And though with Sayo, Sayo's wearing a gothic bikini thing, and I had to think back to how Sayo acted in the OVA, the original OVA, where she was like wearing a t-shirt and shorts and trying to play beach volleyball in it, and they eventually talk her into like dropping the extra clothing and being in a bikini. So I guess that stuck with her. Okay, I probably should stop rambling so you can get off here.
I am done. Yes.
Okay,
So
you are
that's where
done.
I am. I need to sleep. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, I think next week's the last one. I'm not sure, but that's probably like a safe bet to say that. So next
Make sure
week
everybody make sure everybody watches Big B's next video for the giveaway. It's not much, it's just something I had laying around that I
it's an
thought
Audrey giveaway.
it's an Audrey giveaway. It's totally coming out of my pocket.
So
So it's just something I had laying around that I thought, huh, I couldn't decide what to do with it. And I'm like, well, I talked to Big B, it's like, let's just give it away.
we'll see how
So,
that goes. We'll see how
yeah,
that goes. So
and I will for shipping and everything. So
yeah, you're gonna think through and all that. I'll
yep.
make sure that it's good and kosher by YouTube standards. Because with YouTube, you have to make sure you give it away in a certain way and all that stuff. So,
And
um,
I will say, I want you guys are gonna be writing some stuff. You guys are gonna be writing things. And I want, I'm not gonna just we're not gonna determine who wins based on what is written. We're gonna do it by random. But I want to be entertained and wowed by what you guys write.
there you go. So yeah,
I want to see the passion in particular.
we're gonna end that way. So just yeah. We'll do that next week, and then there's another video that I've been meaning to do. I'm just gonna put it at the beginning of that one. Audrey, you already know what I'm talking about,
Yep.
so that'll be at the beginning of the next video. But yeah, that's how I would say it. I think next week will probably be the last one, and then I'll be recording videos so that while I'm away, you'll see those videos, and we'll see what happens after Japan. What actually happens then? So. But that's everything. Hopefully you have a wonderful week. Thanks for spending time. Thanks again, Audrey.
No problem.
All right, and have a great week, everybody. Thanks for being here. See you later. Yeah, it's past my bedtime too. Bye.